Yes, people, welcome back to another edition of the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm City YouTube, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by a resident of Sarcasm City, someone who you catch on Q&As, you catch him on NBA watch-alongs, you'll catch him on Premier League watch-alongs, you'll catch him on Champions League watch-alongs, you'll catch him on Ballers at the Bridge, you'll catch him on Courtside Commentary. I love shows. My like Timo is in the building. What are you telling me, Timo? You good?
Good. Bless guys. Yeah, I'm glad this international break finally over.
you said that like a man who's relieved about that, like enough relief. Man didn't even say, "Yo, Flawless, how you doing?" Man said, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad that's all right, fam. I know where I stand with you in it. I know where I stand. I see how you treat me. It's all right, man. Don't ask me, fam. You laughing it. We was having a conversation with Lewis off air as well. I know how you treat me.
How you been coping?
Don't ask me no fake questions. It's cool, fam. You move. Yeah, you laughing it. This guy a comedian, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
No, honestly, how you been coping?
Yeah, the Lakers are in 11th. Hold that, Timo, innit? How about that? Hold that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, for everyone else, yes, Flawless is blessed. I'm good. I'm all well and good. Like I start each and every live show on the channel, whether it's the YouTube or the Twitch. Big up to everyone who continues to support the channel. Much appreciated, and it does not go unnoticed in it. So large up to everybody who is supporting. Please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back afterwards, hit the like button on the video. Again, vitally important you do that. Like button. Make sure you share it across all the socials as well, people. All them social media apps you are active on. Hit the share button, or you can go to my Twitter and Instagram at That's Me Flawless, and then that way it'll take you straight to my Twitter and as well. You can go to my Twitter and Instagram. You can retweet and like from my Twitter. You can share it from my Instagram as well. And just as important, subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Road to 4K, people. Road to 4K. So hit the notification bell when you do. But for those that are new here, this is the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, and you lot in the comments run the show. So it's any sport in question, past or present. So it's any sport, past or present. So it can be football, it can be basketball, it can be boxing, it can be F1. Any question you want to ask in it, feel free. And myself and Timo will answer. So get your questions in. Of course, as well, members' comments do take priority as well, like a super chat. So if you are a member and you see me going to the same names, that's why. I'll start all the messages of the members. This is also a member special. That's also why Timo is here as well, because he is a member of the channel. Link is underneath in the description. Big up to Ibrahim, who says big up. Larger my guy Bainsy in the building as well. As always, big up Jez. Just I'll shoot you the link if you want. And also big up Devin. Oh my god, these guys are jokers, you know. I thought I was someone just running bants and that. Man, I heard some joke thing. Do you speak, is that Spanish?
It's Spanish.
Is it Spanish? Do you speak Spanish? I don't know what he said. It might be complimentary, or he might be insulting us.
Thank you for the attention, people. And also big up to Mandem as well.
All right, big up to you, Ducky. You can never be too careful in the YouTube, in this content creator space on YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, big up to you. Big up Kenton on the inside, as he says, man's on the inside as well. So big up to Kenton in the cut. All right, so while we wait for the question to get in, we'll go to your club actually. Even though I've titled this Harry Maguire booed by England fans, let's go to your club because a lot is going on with Chelsea. So let us know what's going on, number one, and number two, your thoughts on it, because I'm hearing this protest about to happen and all types of things. Let me know, fam.
Yeah, so basically, it was announced around in the morning that we believe that the sources inside to the rival bits that believe the Rain Bank, which is the one that controlling the sale of Chelsea Football Club, wants to sell Chelsea to the Ricketts family, despite of the wealth. Everything in the history indicates that one of the Ricketts backers, that is Ken Griffin, will only spend on Chelsea on what he believes that he will get back into the long run. And don't forget as well, you got the two front men as well. You got the brother, the Tom Ricketts, joined by Pete and Todd, and there's also one of his a family member, Laura as well. So I'm really angry about the news, and also that the thing is for me that I've been really fuming a lot is that the fact that the bank itself, because I feel like the control of the bank, literally they only they only give the bid into for the Ricketts only. That doesn't make any sense. And if they want the Ricketts family to buy the club from Roman Abramovich, just tell us. Just tell us, the rest of us now, like, because the bid was sent into like March 1. That's the lowest one. So basically, the Reign literally broke the rules. He talked about the lowest bid of that price. Literally, is the one that can buy Chelsea Football Club, which sounds strange.
Yeah, do something before you continue, though. Before you continue, well, welcome to the show, Nippon, because he is a member of the channel. So that's why Nippon is there, because it is a member special. Yes, Nippon.
Sorry, I only just received the link. I only just checked my DMs.
Don't worry about it, man. We've only legit just started and that. What you chowing down on? This guy got a full course meal and that. What you eating there? I'm just asking our interest.
Chickpea rice.
Check you out.
One of these bad boys.
All right, do your thing.
Chilies.
Go on. We're gonna get to you as your thoughts on this as well, Nippon. But go on, Timo. Carry on.
I'm just gonna say, like, I've said my piece. I'm pretty sure Nippon said the same thing as well.
So Nippon, your thoughts? Obviously, a lot's going on with your club. I'm hearing about protests.
I'm still confident we're gonna get them. I'm still confident we're getting Bowley, because that protest, which will take place at the bridge, that will cause the board to say, nah, you ain't right for this. The same way the board withdrew from the Super League.
No, I hear that.
Yeah, I mean, like, these pussios should be nowhere near our club.
It's not that as well. And
go on, carry on.
I'm just gonna read like what I've read.
I mean, like, they targeted people like you. You're a Muslim, aren't you, Father?
I'm just gonna say this. No, hold on, Nippon. Like, I've just read like the Reign Bank and Chelsea purposely picked 3 uncompetitive options compared to the option that they want to make it as if not look like a race. Literally, any credible and moral business don't even let the Ricketts at the process.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not even surprised we're going to be having a protest soon. Like, if you're going to do a protest soon, like, just do it now. We literally can't wait. We don't have time for waiting here.
But who's going to protest at 12:15 in the morning?
Hey, if you want to save your club, people will do it. You're gonna do that shit. You're gonna do that. 100%.
How are they going to get there? No trains.
Hey, you find
I don't know if
man.
National Express runs.
We'll find a way. Don't worry. Yeah, we'll find a way. Like,
why? Wait, what time is the? What is this been organized? What, I might have missed something. Is this been organized?
Matisse is organizing one. Matisse is organizing one.
Planned it. He planned it.
So he planned it. Okay, yeah, you'll find a way. So why can't people get there? I'm confused.
Yeah, people will get there regardless. People will get there.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm before.
No, I'm talking about at this time of night. How will people get to Stamford Bridge?
It's not tonight, fam. It's not tonight.
It's definitely like on Saturday, isn't it? It's definitely before the game. They might as well do it out before the Real Madrid game. So, look, at the end of the day, like,
go on.
I'm just a bit baffled about the behind the scenes and that, and I don't know. I've said my piece. Pretty sure, like any Chelsea fan with logic would say that we want to protest against the Bruce Buck as well, because arguably he's also involved in that transaction, in that Reign Bank transaction. So
honestly, if I ever met him, I would. If I've ever met him, my first interaction would be, "Hi, Bruce Buck."
Be careful that even your connection went from. Yeah, you weren't supposed to say what you was meant to say there. Big up to one Danzo who says big up the panel. Big up to Ducky, he's just running bants. Big up Bainesy. Big up my guy Bobby as well, saying RIP Chelsea and that. Big up bits and bobs every single time as well. Jazz, I'm gonna send you the link. He put hashtag save the bridge. The bridge don't need shaving. They'll be alright. They tough. They're all champs, man.
We already saw our tickets, so hold that, man. So hold that. You thought we're gonna get empty stadiums against Real Madrid. Hold that, yes. Hold that.
Yeah, yo, literally, Jez, I'm trying to send you the link right now as we speak. And you lot get your questions in. It's quite a quiet for you lot. We got people watching. Get your questions in, sporting questions. Because you lot always have so much to say in other shows. This show is all about you lot. But actually, we'll go to. Wait one sec. What's going on here? All right.
You know what?
Max, he'll be back. Yeah, go on. Say
Aside
fam.
that, let's go and talk about what happened last night. Actually,
All right, go on. Talk about it then. That's where I was going to go to.
Because I was at the game.
Okay.
It was literally, it's not a sold out seat at Wembley. So I'm amazed the amount of United fans booing Harry Maguire.
Excuse me?
Literally, I'm amazed the amount of Man United England fans /England fans, they literally boo Harry Maguire because I kept hearing like some of the people that near me is mostly Man United fan. They literally boo Harry Maguire though.
Because he's been underperforming for so long. That's why. I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. Don't worry, Baines. You said Speaker Maguire, I need to hear your take. That's why he's getting booed. Football is really that black and white and that simple. 1 + 1 = 2. If you perform well, you get praised. You perform poorly, you get criticized. I don't know why everybody is going so crazy about this. I give my thoughts on it being during the England game and things like that. But yeah, go on, carry on. Continue, and then we're gonna hear from you.
Do you think last night is because aside Manchester United first, like, what do you think about the Southgate's comment?
What did Southgate say about what was somebody please put the Southgate comments in the comment section?
It's basically said that he's a best centre back apparently, better than Varane.
Oh yeah. That's why Gareth Southgate. That's why we never making it out of the hood. Because did he say something along the lines of? Because when I watched the interview, I didn't hear him say that. But did he? I got told he said Maguire's the best centre back at Manchester United Football Club. He's not even top 3. He's not even top 3. That's a Ryan take. That's a Ryan take.
Hey, are you listening, Southgate? Are you Ryan in disguise? Are you Ryan in disguise? Are you Ryan? Are you Ryan? Are you Ryan in disguise?
And that's why we never make it, and that's why we never make it out of the hood, because he's not. But go on, Nippin. You're an avid England supporter. Your thoughts in it, just in general, the world in it. I always use that. When I say we, I just mean everyone. When things happen, I'm just like, yeah, we never make it out of the hood. It's just a phrase. It doesn't necessarily mean us. It's just a phrase. That's all it is. It's a saying. We'll go on, carry on.
Look. As an England supporter myself, look, I'm kind of going to be on the other side for this. It might not make me popular with the fans that booed him.
Before you continue, Jez, it's on me. Yo, Surfer, I beg you do me a favor and send Jez the link, please. Thank you very much. Jez, I've been trying to, and my phone has just been playing up, so thank you. Big up to Surfer as well. Go on, carry on, Nippin. Sorry.
Yeah, anyway, what I was saying was that he's been shit for United, but he's been one of our best centre-backs. He played a pivotal role in getting us to the final. So, I mean, like, look, I'm going to give you two sides there. If I was a United fan, and if he was doing that in a United shirt, I would boo him. But since he's been so good for England, and he's been his mistakes have been minimal, I'm not going to boo him.
Yeah, I have your thoughts. I'm going to give Surfers, I want to get, when Surfers back, I'll get Surfers' thoughts on it. But my thoughts on it is, and yeah, Bainesy, you're right. What's he done wrong for England? My thoughts on it, when I heard about it before kickoff, was this just shows how bad of a player he is. Because I've never, and maybe Surfer might know, but I never remember a player getting booed on international duty before kickoff for poor club performances. Like we've seen players get booed at international duty for other things, like media stuff, maybe moving club, maybe a fallout, but never just poor form, because he actually hasn't done anything wrong for England. But I think that just shows how bad he is. However, shout out to Pundit J, because he said this on Twitter, and I'm paraphrasing, and I laughed at what he said. But Maguire's give it out to England fans. Remember when he scored against Albania when he did the whole cupping of the ears? So this is our version. I want to say our version. I'm talking about the fans. That's the fans' version of cupping of the ears. So you can't give it this. One second before you go nip in. You can't give it this to the fans, and then when the fans do their version of that, all of a sudden you have an issue with it. Like, no, that's like me. I run bants on here, and I'm running bants at Surfer, and then Surfer runs bants back, and then I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe where that is. You shouldn't do that to Flawless. It's like, no, if you give it out, you have to be able to take it. Now, I'm guessing it was Manchester United fans who are also England fans who booed him, and that's where the poor performances, that's where the booing came from, which to me was a little bit, is it a little bit strange? Yes, but you're not the first player to get booed, and you're not the last player to get booed. If you want the fans on side, perform better. Because even for England, he hasn't been amazing for England. Let's not do that. Let's not act like he's been an absolute world beater for England. I thought, go on, Nip, and what was you? I think he's go on, Nip, and what was you gonna say? I think he's in conversation. Go on, Surfer.
What I was saying was that you're right. He hasn't been amazing for England, but he's been better for England than he has for United. Let's just put it that way.
That's not hard though.
Huh?
That's not hard though.
What do you mean?
That's not an achievement. That's not an achievement. And as a Manchester United fan, I'll say this: we don't care about his England form. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. I couldn't care less about Harry Maguire's England form. I'm concerned about his form for Manchester United. What you do in an England shirt does not impact me in the slightest. Don't care. He could go and win the World Cup and be man of the match every game. Don't care. Perform in a Manchester United shirt because you've been underperforming for the longest, and you show no self-awareness to your poor performances. Never do you talk and say, I need to do better. There's never any accountability with him. Ever. And this just buys into it. It's all defense of him and that. And it's like, yo, you gave it out. Now you have to take it. And to Baines, who says 2 wrongs don't make a right. Maguire was wrong for the celebration. Maguire should have not been booed. It wasn't 2 wrongs though. If you do me wrong, how I retaliate is no wrong. If you do something I don't like and I retaliate, there's no problem. This ties in, ironically, to the Chris Rock and Will Smith situation. Will Smith did nothing wrong.
Okay, Flawless. Let me turn the question back to you now. Like, say if you were a professional footballer, fans, wouldn't you do the same thing? Like, say if the fans were being critical of you, wouldn't you go down and do the shush celebration or do this?
To my own fans, no.
Or way of saying
no. To my own fans, no. To opposition fans, yes. To my own fans, no. When I've been performing poorly, absolutely not. How dare you have the audacity to give shit when you've been performing poorly? Not us. That's on you. Pretty much his entire Manchester United career, he's been performing. He's been below par. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Surfer, what are you telling me? What's your thoughts on it?
First of all, boo!
You booing me now?
I'm booing all of you. Boo! All right. Boo! I just find I can't believe we're still talking about this like over 24 hours later. It's just ridiculous. Man got booed in a friendly. You know what I mean? And you know what? Southgate shouldn't have picked him. He didn't need to pick him for his friendlies. Why didn't he need to pick him? Just leave him out the lineup. Why is Rashford not in the squad? If he's, you know what I mean? It's like he's not in because he's playing badly. Harry Maguire's not playing. You didn't need to pick him. You don't need to play him against Ivory Coast and Switzerland. It's friendlies. We know he's going to play in the World Cup. He's always going to pick him. We know he's going to play. There's players there's a chance to bring in a Tamori. It's a chance to bring in a Konsa. How are these players going to get experience?
So, like, Harry Maguire has an ACL before the World Cup, and I'm not saying I want him to, because I would never wish an injury on anyone. But yeah, what would Southgate do then? Play him on crutches?
That's the thing. Well, he took him injured to the Euros. Remember, he was injured at the start of the Euros.
Yeah, he did.
Oh shit! I forgot about it.
Remember
that was Rashford.
No, wasn't Maguire injured a bit as well?
That's
This
right,
is-
man, I'm not gonna lie.
Zerpa,
It was,
this is
right?
why I hate
Wait,
comparing
it's Maguire.
players. Hold on,
Wait,
Nippon,
wait.
hold on. This is why I hate comparing players when playing in the national club, when they're playing in their club compared to the national team. This is why I hate that comparison. Unless you're that type of fan that loves to run an agenda, because Maguire in England team compared to Maguire in Manchester United, it's a very similar. Very different player.
No, but I'm saying for this internationals, it wasn't a qualifying international period. It was just friendly.
It's nothing. It's only friendly.
Yeah, it's only friendly. Leave him out. You don't need to pick him. Pick Tomori. Give Tomori a run. He's having a good form at AC Milan. Pick Konsa. Try a new set of three at the back. What happens if
Tomori.
Maguire is injured? You know what I mean? Remember, because this World Cup is happening during a season. Not at the end of the season. It's happening during a season. Well, he picks up an injury. Do you know what I mean? How are we supposed to know if who can play and who can't play? It's just. But Southgate came. Southgate's best line for me for us was he's the best centre back at United, and I thought to myself, that's not a high standard at the moment, bro. He's the best at United.
Hey, watch your mouth, man. You get what I'm saying? We got Mr. Rafael Varane. Watch your damn mouth. You know what I'm saying? Watch your
That's
damn mouth.
Twofold. Varane's there, so it's like
Yeah, that's
what
even
is
worse.
happening?
That's why I said, yo, we never making it out of the hood. Like England that never. You can't say such blasphemous things and prosper. You just can't. And I actually think England have a good team. Like I look at their team, I'm like, you have a good team. The biggest problem is the manager. You know what I'm saying the huge problem is the manager, and he thinks things like that.
As a neutral and outsider looking in, who would you say would be the best manager for England?
It's a good question. It's a very good question.
They didn't even pick Sancho, right, for the squad.
Nah, I was over the moon about that.
No Sancho. No
Sancho's
Sancho.
been banging form. He didn't even
He
pick
has good
Sancho.
inform.
That's how
He
they
has
get
good
this guy.
inform.
He goes, in the past, he said several times, I'll pick on, who's in the form and merit and all that.
Yeah.
It's like, you're so, just say you've got your favourites, man. Every manager doesn't pick. There's every manager you can go back. All these England managers, they don't pick a player that everyone thinks they should pick. It's very weird, right? It's like, remember Gareth Barry didn't get picked a lot for England before, before Capello came into the national job. It's like, why isn't he getting picked? It's just very weird. It's Sancho's like, I can understand Sancho at the start of the season, but Sancho since the new year, it's been banging in form. It's like ridiculous.
Right. So is that from whose phone's going off? Is it you, Nippon, or is it you, Timo? One of yours, I'm getting a buzz in there and a sound every now and then.
Oh,
Who's got notifications on? All right, cool. We'll figure it out shortly. One of you two is calm, but yeah, just put your phone on silent because we're not.
I was gonna say
Actually, before you go, Jez, you bless first and foremost.
Yeah, I'm blessed, my guy. You good as well?
Yeah, man, all good. See, Timo, that's an interaction in that, Timo. That's how you're supposed to interact in it. Yeah, you laugh. You ain't shit, but go on, carry on. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, like, I can't believe so many people are worrying about these kind of players. Like, look at Maguire. Like, they got paid on a tons of weeks. Like, to be fair to him, he only played well for England, and the reality is that he shouldn't be playing yesterday, and the reception, the backing of the England players towards him, understandably so, because he's England bred and bred. Of course, they're gonna back one another. But then again, I feel like it's the lack of energy in that fan base that still lack the most. For example, if you're a United fan, where was this energy with Paul Pogba? You know, because Pogba is also getting booed a lot.
Hey, you've opened up a whole new kind of worms. And to this day, Zico, I want to hear Jazz's thoughts on this as well. He says, fair as I hear that, just think Maguire being booed is wrong, doesn't help anyone. And you're at the stadium to support England, not United. That's what made it strange. And it was England fans. But then, where is the booing coming from that people believe and surface smoke on it there about there's other players who should be ahead of him in terms of form. So is it that? Are the fans, I don't think that, unless it is Manchester United fans booing, or is it a mixture of the two where fans are saying, there's other centre-backs we want to see rather than you? Maybe it's that. It did seem a bit strange. Does booing help anybody? No, but at this point, I don't think anything helps Maguire. I don't think there's anything else because he just has a lack of self-awareness. When you're scoring against Albania,
his PR, these players' PR is amazing. These players' PR. This
Jeez.
guy just got booed for a game,
Right.
and he's been treated like he's been like racially abused or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It is ridiculous. The PR for this guy, unbelievable. I'll tell you what, they must pay him a lot because it's like he woke up today like he'd been like physically attacked or something like that. It's ridiculous. He just got booed. He gets booed every game.
Like booing is a part of it. Like I said, it did seem a bit strange because I never remember it happening, like I said before a game. But again, because I don't particularly care, that's why I probably feel this way. I'd probably have more insight on it if it was a player that I was fussed about. Like in terms of, yes, he manages Manchester, he captains Manchester United and he plays for my club, but he's poor anyway. Perform better on the pitch. It really is that simple. This isn't difficult. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. Perform. If you perform, you won't get booed and you get lauded. It's the same nonsense that Luke Shaw was talking about. Oh, I don't really feel loved by United because you've not performed. You've been here nearly 10 years. That's why. Go on, Jez. Your thoughts on it? What are you telling me?
Right, I can't lie. When I saw this, when I woke up, I thought MAGUIRE was fighting somebody, like a teammate or something, or somebody else, or he was sent off. But then when I found out like he was booed, I'm like, England is the only country where like a player gets booed and everybody just goes on a massa. Everybody's just gonna be on spaces trying to justify, defend him, fight. Everybody's fighting each other. I have seen no other country. I don't see any other country doing this. Like Ghana, for example, Jordan Ayew is probably one of the worst strikers I have ever watched on this planet since I've been born. Literally every Ghanaian boos him. Everybody cusses his father, who is like a legend for us, because he is the reason why he's still playing for us. And nobody comes on here and say, "Oh, stop booing him," and that. No, if people boo him, it's a part of the game. Like I don't get what the outrage is. Like, for example, even the Tottenham Hotspur account, I don't understand why we tweeted that. Like I did not understand.
Talk about it, your club, man. Talk about it.
When I saw that, I was like, why the hell did the admin tweeted that for what? Because Harry Kane tweeted as well. I'm like, there was no reason for there was no
I am
one sec, nipping. 1 sec. Yeah, man, just put in a private chat. Go on, Jess. Go on.
I swear there was no other Premier League club that did that other than us. And I was like, why did we do this? Like, what is the reason? A player gets booed. I saw Ndombele getting booed off against Morecambe in the FA Cup. Like, and the admin didn't tweet anything. So I'm like, what is this? Like, it's just so stupid. I didn't even get involved to that. I just went on with my day because I thought this was just a stupid argument that people were having on Twitter and Spaces and that, trying to justify the booing, people trying to defend and have whole like I've seen 6 hour Spaces just because of that. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, that's what I'm saying. England as a country, a footballing country, like the league might be good, but the team is just mediocre. The fans are mediocre, and they just won't win shit. And this is just my honest opinion.
My God, the fans really.
I'm just gonna say pretty extreme here. Like, I shouldn't be saying this, but MAGUIRE doesn't save his best performance for England. I just think England are better than Manchester United.
Nah, we'd wash them. We played England, we'd beat them.
It's okay, it's the manager. That's why, yeah.
Actually, would we? That's a good question. I don't know. Actually, it's close. What I'd say is there isn't much difference. That's what I would say.
It depends.
It
depends who's okay.
Like I'll go keep. Yeah. Like even if you pick, so in your mind, whoever you think their best is. What I'm saying is, I don't think there's a world difference. My point is, Bainsy, this I disagree with, because you say I hear that, but MAGUIRE deserves to start for England, especially if England play a back three. Massive ball progression, hasn't done much wrong for England. Yes, but when does his club form take priority? His club form has been shocking. You can't tell me there hasn't been 3 better central defenders in the Premier League, just in the Premier League alone, that are English, that are better than him. When does merit? So what we're saying is, with this logic, is MAGUIRE can play well for England, then the entire season have a horrific season for United and still play for England because of what he did for England. No. So what's everyone competing for then? What's the friendlies for? Why is Tomori playing well in Italy? Why is Konza having a decent season if it's already fit in because of what you've done for England? Like, so now he doesn't have he don't deserve to play because it's all he should be on merit. And his form, Bainesy, you know this. His form's been horrific. He's been one of the worst. You can't tell me there's not been 3 better English defenders than him this season.
John Stones.
There's John Stones is one of them as well, and there's also there's an English centre back, sorry, in the Bundesliga. There's actually like he's having his debut season there for the team, and he's actually looking alright. Like he's not talked about a lot yet, but he probably could have showed over McGuire, in my opinion, based on form. But this would never happen, obviously, because he plays for Man United, and the guy I'm talking about is playing for Osborne. So it's one of them, because I swear Southgate once said he's picking players based on their performances for their club level, and then he's doing this. It's like, I understand where then the outrage comes from the people who are like, you're saying this, but you're still picking McGuire, who isn't even like England's probably 4th best centre back at the moment, just because in previous tournaments he was performing well. Bear in mind, he was having easy group stages and rose to whatever they went to. Like they never had really like a tough take the Germany team out of that group of death in the Euros and put England in there, and England probably finished like 3rd in the.
Oh, they making out of the hood, right? Every time they play a decent team, anytime a team they get booked. The best team they played is, and that's one of the worst German sides I've seen in a long time, was the one they played.
So it was so bad, and like I said, people were trying to justify saying, "Yeah, but why are you trying to use this as an excuse?" Because I was born and raised in Germany. I watched this team for many years. I'm telling you right now, with the manager change and the team that we have right now, we beat England, in my opinion. Yeah, right now, we're in a much better position now.
But and no, you don't, Bainesy, you don't. I hear that flawless, but Maguire has credit in the bank for England, and he's proven himself with it. That credit in the bank shouldn't last. This is international football. It's not club football. You shouldn't have credit in the bank. So because I had a good tournament in 2021, I can then perform poorly for months, and then still keep my place in the squad. That's unfair to a player who has been performing well. So what am I performing well for? That's wrong, and this is why England won't win anything. Yeah, we know Southgate's lying. You're right about that, but we shouldn't.
Just to step back from Bainesy's point about that setup in the back 3, undoubtedly his setup with England, undoubtedly it was working. But if you want to look at Manchester United, he cannot set us up like that, because international success is built on compromise, cohesion, and extreme pragmatism. Look at the players, for example, Paul Pogba. He's more influential at international level, as strengths are maximized and his weaknesses are minimized. This is also true with certain players fit in certain clubs. The system, the environments, much better than others. This in throwing the randomness of personal and other variables, because these days arguments can't be simplistic though.
This was actually a point I want.
Go on, Jess. This is brilliant from James.
This is a similar point I was about to make before Timo was gone. Based on what Bainesy was saying with credit in the bank, just call up Eric Dyer, Harry Winks, and Dele Alli. Based on that.
Yeah, Lingard had a good World Cup. You know what I'm saying? Where's his credit in the bank? We can't just use credit in the. How long does this credit last? Well. Does it add Kieran Trippier? So Kieran Trippier should be in the squad ahead of Trent, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is the they used to back Maguire. This is the fantastic 21 unbeaten game run, right? Since they lost 2-0 to Belgium, right? In the Nations. So 4-0 against a shopping store, Iceland. Yeah. 5-0 against San Marino. 2-0 against Albania. 2-1 against Poland. Yeah, pretty good that one. 1-0 Austria, that fantastic Austria side that everyone talks about. 1-0 Romania. 1-0 Croatia. This is the Euros now. 0-0 against Scotland. They played rubbish against Scotland. 1-0 against Czech Republic. 2-0 against Germany. 4-0 against Ukraine. 2-1 Denmark. 1-0 Italy. Remember, these are all the games apart from Ukraine they played at Wembley in the Euros, and they lost against Italy in the final.
Yep.
Then you got 4-0 Hungary. 4-0 Andorra. 1-0 against Poland. 5-0 Andorra. 1-0 Hungary, 5-0 Albania, 10-0 San Marino, and then these two friendlies, 2-0 against Switzerland and 3-0 against 10-man Ivory Coast. Oh, what a record!
What record? Take out Ivory Coast, Italy,
These man are
Denmark.
shameless.
Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And like you said, James, this is spot on about the credit in the bank because people will use that when they want. And again, Bainsy, this is the wrong attitude to have. England don't have brilliant centre backs either. Maguire will always be in. Maguire is not a brilliant centre back. And again, even still, you should not be there just because of what you did at a previous tournament. You should be there on credit, on form, not credit in the bank. What you are doing right now, are you performing well? Give man a chance.
Regardless, he's going to play in the World Cup anyway. What's the point of him playing that game last night then?
Yeah, that was stupid.
No.
But I'm saying about dropping people. This is why England will never make it out of the hood, but we move. Go on.
This was like, you know what it is for example, with Germany. There was a thing with Jerome Boateng and Thomas Müller. They weren't getting called up because you have Löw had issues with them. So this is one thing. If you have an issue with a player, that's a different story. But like with this McGuire one, for me, it's favoritism. Like this is a whole different situation. And I understand you may look at it and say the last two tournaments he was playing well despite the competition. But in the same time, at the time, can you really say Tomori was still at Chelsea, still young, still kind of getting his feet up? Conte was still kind of new to the streets as well. So there wasn't really any other centre backs out there really that you can look at and say, okay, who can we take over McGuire? And then he took his chance and he was performing well in the two tournaments. But now, when you look at the centre backs, now Conte has developed massively. Tomori has developed massively, who are arguably better than them two. And if you're a manager, you should consider at least bringing them up to them friendlies to kind of experiment, understand the strengths at least trying to understand it. But I'm really, really like convinced of is they don't even probably fly to Italy to watch Tomori. They don't send people over there to watch him and really analyze him because I've watched him for Serie A, I watched him for AC Milan. The guy is a monster. Like he's a top centre back.
Yeah, like
it's crazy. It's crazy that Chelsea didn't
As a German,
one second, go on, carry on, Jess. Because I got points. Because people are bringing up points in the comments.
The last point is for me to say, like the was saying is that it's crazy that Chelsea didn't put a buyback clause on him because the guy is just amazing. When I'm watching for AC Milan.
Yeah. Big up to Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? My young OG in the court. People don't hate Southgate. They just don't rate him, Jeremiah. That's all it is. It's not a hate thing. People just don't rate him. And when he comes out and when you see things that he does, you understand, like, to people who are like, oh, there's no better centre-backs. Go get an English centre-back from the Championship. That's what international football should. It should be on form. This is the problem. This is why I have so many debates with Manchester United fans, because too much things is about names and about what you've done in the past. What are you doing right now? Don't tell me what you did in 2018. Don't tell me what you did in the Euros in 2020. Don't tell me what you did in the Champions League in 2008. What are you currently doing in 2022? That's all I care about. And all of this in the past. I see Chelsea fans going through the same shit with Hazard. Chelsea fans only want Hazard back because his name is Hazard. It's nothing based on merit. He's done nothing at least since he left Chelsea that makes you go, yeah. If his name wasn't Hazard, one step before you go, Nippon, one step before. But if his name wasn't Hazard and someone else had done that, if Hazard had left Manchester United and had done the exact same thing, Chelsea fans wouldn't be screaming out for him. Not a pret. Or if he had left Liverpool, or if he had left City, or any other English club, and had performed like he performed. It's the same with Ronaldo now. But Manchester United fans only accept Ronaldo because he's Ronaldo. He's done nothing of note since he's got here in terms of, no, since before we signed. He did nothing of note at Juventus that made you go, yeah, let's go get him. Nothing.
Yeah.
Zero. And it's the same with this. Go pluck a player from the Championship. Go get a player. Jazza spoke about, I didn't even know about the English centre-back playing in the Bundesliga. Go get someone who's playing in the Bundesliga or Serie A or La Liga. There's plenty of English talent. Go try something. You don't continue to try with, oh, this is the best we've got. That's just plain ignorance. And this is why England won't be successful.
Two centre-backs.
We have every right to boo the boo player whatsoever because we pay our money.
This was the issue
last night.
I ain't even saying about before you go. I'm not even saying about booing him. I'm talking because we've moved on with that. I'm talking about this whole, oh, he should play. No, he shouldn't play. If you're performing poorly, you should get dropped.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why? I don't understand why that's a foreign concept. It's crazy. Like, man made a joke about a man's wife, a man slapped him, and people are surprised. Like, I'm like, what? Like,
Not only Tamori should have got
I
picked,
think
but
it was.
Dan Burn at Newcastle.
Yeah, Dan Burn has a
Why not?
He could have got picked as well. It's
why,
friendly.
give him a try. It's a friendly. Yes.
Friendlies are supposed to be used for this.
Tamori, where's Tamori there? Tamori should be there.
Tomorrow,
Yeah,
as it is, to Jeremiah, who says Trent and Reece James. No, what I was making a point of was the credit in the bank thing, because Trippier has done well for England in the previous tournament, so therefore he should still be playing now. Dele Alli's done well for Lingard. Yeah, so he should be playing. He should still be like, no, man, you do it on credit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that, not credit in the bank. I mean on form. Like, that's your credit. But
we also have to remember as well, like, just because we had a good tournament before doesn't mean you're always gonna show up for the next tournament as well and perform. Like James Macreadis had an amazing 2014 World Cup, but then since then he stunk out the place with Colombia. Like, you have your time, but it's always better to pick the players based on their performances for the club. Like, this is what I always want to, like, with Ghana, for example. I see Jordan Ayew there and Andrew Ayew, and I'm saying it's the Abedi Pele tugs, because they are like, both of them are like his sons, and he's the legend of Ghana, kind of. So they're always gonna be there. It's kind of similar to that with the England situation, but with Germany, you always see players getting picked based on their performances for the clubs. And friendlies as well, they're giving people chances, like Nico Schlotterberg, the centre back that Statman was talking about the other day. He was given his another call up this period, because they know they struggle with centre backs. Like Rudiger is like the outstanding one, but after that Rudiger, you may struggle, like Ginter maybe, but then you see a Sule, there's question marks. Hummels is washed. So yeah, they're giving other younger centre backs who won the under 23 international tournament that was in the summer as well, chances in the first team to kind of prove themselves. But what does England do? They still go with the same guys over and over again, and this is not a good recipe. There's a recipe for disaster. You should give people who you think, you know what, they deserve a call up. Try to see what they're about. Like, give yourself a headache. Give yourself a headache.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 1 second, just having a look. I say, make sure you hit the like button if you haven't. Please, please, please make sure you hit the like button if you haven't, people. 17, 18. Okay. So here we go. Let me have a look. So Mohammed, you're in that Ryan bracket where I'm like, yo, I'm Bainesy at times, where if I'm on the other side of the argument, I'm probably right. So I disagree, Flawless, because England won't win the Euros World Cup with players with no tournament experience. England have a core group with Southgate trust, and that's why he picks them over you guys. All right, let me spoil this. Let me. I'm just gonna kill this beforehand. How do you get tournament experience without playing in a tournament? Somebody please explain that to me.
But we never said to drop Maguire. What we said, we know Maguire's going to play in the World Cup. But how do you get the other guys experience to play in the three at the back for England with the guys? What if Maguire gets injured? What if he gets injured and he's got to call up players that he's never played before, or he's having to, like, say, I know he could do it, but play a Reece James at right centre back. It's one of those. It's like, why are you limiting yourselves? You know, you should be giving, giving more caps out. I know he's given like 100 caps out and everything like that, but it's like, come on, man. Friendlies are there to be useful. What was the point in playing Gallagher the other night against Switzerland? That's what a friendly's been used for. Gallagher's not played in any.
It's like Bellingham
qualifiers.
And Sterling's, and let's not forget that Maguire's form has been awful. Sterling's form hasn't been awful. So again, this falls down. Yeah, this argument is just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Sterling wasn't in bad form. He wasn't in Maguire bad form. People are failing to realize that Maguire's in poor form. He's been in shocking form the entire season. And onto the Giroud comment as well. I just checked Giroud's numbers. Giroud barely played. What are we talking about? Man just can't come here and say anything. Oh, Giroud was poor before the World Cup. He barely played. He didn't even start. He didn't even play half the Premier League games for Arsenal. What are we talking about? So how was he in poor form?
You can blame Southgate all you want then, because he's the one that picked the team.
Yeah, he's the one. If you look at this, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm looking at Southgate. I'm looking at, like, what are you plan B? Because it looks like he's a plan A type of guy.
Yeah, he doesn't have.
If his plan A doesn't work, his plan B he doesn't have one, so he's gonna be fucked. And his plan A is his guys, like his people, his 11. And if they're not available or some of them get injured, he's going to be fucked. England's
But
gonna
don't
be
you think your manager's a bit stubborn as well? Jess?
Which manager?
German national team.
Oh, German national team. Okay.
No, we got. Are you talking about Johan Löw or Hansi Flick?
Hansi Flick.
No, I don't think so. I mean, he's giving people a
A
chance.
lot of Bayern fans thought he was a stubborn manager.
I don't think so. I don't. Like, everybody got their own opinion. My opinion, he's given out everybody a good amount of chances to prove themselves why they should be called up in later this year. In my opinion. Like,
before you continue, let me just kill this. Man, don't even realize what we be writing. So this is why I just blow this up. So sorry to cut you off. My bad, isn't it? Because people get me in zone. I can't like sometimes people get me in zone when they take. We can all debate, but when you just say stupid shit, like I'm just gonna go off on one. Flawless was Deschamps wrong for taking Giroud to 2018 World Cup and started him, even though he was in poor form. Then this same Mohammed says never said Giroud was in poor form. You literally just said 5 minutes ago he was in poor form.
Oh my god!
Right, I'm done talking to you. Carry on, go on, Jess. I'm done, man. Man, just be saying anything in it. Go on.
See, the thing for me is like, how can you? Like, I don't get it. How can you be in poor form if you barely even play? McGuire.
Well, man, just say anything for a minute. That's what I'm saying. The thing is, if you take players who are not performing well for their club, and you win the tournament, it was the correct decision to take them. If not, you open yourself up to criticism. Simple as that. Man are trying to move goalposts. At the end of the day, Maguire's been awful for Manchester United. He should not be starting for England. That's the bottom line. Simple as that. There's no more conversation to be had. If you argue in that, you're just arguing for the sake of it, or you don't know football.
But even if he was though in good form, use the blood of a defenders. That's the whole point of friendlies. You don't even need to. You didn't even need to start Harry Kane.
That's what I'm saying. Why was Harry Kane coming on against Switzerland?
As much as me and Timo probably don't rate him, why didn't you start with Tammy Abraham in these two games? I don't get it.
I think wait, Jess, can I ask you this? Why did Harry Kane came on the bench then last night?
This is my problem. Why? I don't even think he should have come on. Like, I was scared when he came on. I was like, if he gets injured, I'm gonna look for Southgate's house. Like, I generally wouldn't look for his house because I feel it's just friendlies, and I'm like, he played the first game already. Why you have to bring it on the second game? Let the other team play. Let the other strikers give a chance.
And to Lewis who says Ragnick needs to play Maguire into form. That's why Ragnick's dropped him in the past. You know what I'm saying? He dropped him because he's like, he knows he's not good enough type of thing. And to answer your question, Bainesy, I would go with Stones, I'd play Tomori, and then I'd play either Walker or Reece James as the right-sided centre-back. So there's my three centre-backs. Even Maguire on form doesn't get into my back three. Well, that's a whole nother conversation. My point is he's playing poorly, therefore he shouldn't be starting for England. I'm not hearing, there's nobody better than that. How do we know?
Can I say something? I personally, what I would do is actually, I would probably consider playing the back three with Stones, Tomori, and probably Concert, maybe. Or actually go with a back four, actually. I'll go for back four.
Southgate's treating him though like he's a Van Dijk or a Thiago Silva or something.
Yes.
For me, like I said, for me, it's like, I don't even know why I'm talking about this England team too much because, again, I don't rate this England team. It's a bunch of individuals, but it's not a team in my opinion. And it has a shit coach as well, in my opinion. So,
well, look at his record, man. Everyone can bag about. I read the 21 game unbeaten run. It was hardly they've gone through. Look at the games he failed. He lost to Belgium in the Nations League semi-final. That's a big game. He lost in the Euro final. Big game. He's lost in Belgium in the World Cup group. He lost to Croatia. Look at the draws he's had as well. He's had Man City FA Cup type draws in these tournaments. You know what I mean? He has, man. Look at Look at the Euros. Look at one game away. One game he played away from Wembley.
Yeah, true.
They were in their home nation. They were settled. They had, they had all the home comforts, everything like that. And
it's also crazy. It's crazy as well to think because that's what I always gonna say. The African and the South American qualifiers, for me, it's always going to be it's harder for them teams to qualify than the teams.
We just
in
saw
Europe.
Egypt against Senegal.
Yeah,
as a
they went down to
qualifier.
wire.
As a qualifier in the playoff. You know what I mean? It's just
And then I see Licht, even though Germany was on an unbeaten run as well until they lost to the Netherlands. But again, I looked at the unbeaten run. They were like Liechtenstein, and like it's just teams that they're so inferior. Where like I can't credit that unbeaten run. I want to see you against the big teams.
Yeah.
And
so you, yeah. Now, because I want to get to Jeremiah, and Jeremiah says if Southgate gets to a World Cup final, he'll be the first manager to get to a World Cup final in 60 goddamn years. First ever manager to get to 2 finals. Who can chat to him then? If he loses, everybody from it's all about winning. People just don't rate him. Jeremiah, I know you rate Southgate. It's just that most people don't. I don't particularly care, but do I think he's a good manager? No. I think he's England's biggest problem. And I think England have other problems in their side in terms of their defensive options and actually not even their midfield options when you throw Bellingham in the midst, actually, but definitely their centre-backs. When I look at their centre-backs, I think that's a big issue. However, the right manager can work around it because you've got so much attacking talent. Look at the amount of even just the wing-backs. Like the amount of wing-backs you've got, or the 10s you've got, or the wingers you've got, even the strikers. Yeah,
who cares if you get to if you get to the finals? It's about winning them.
Yeah, do you win them?
Chelsea got to a League Cup final 2 weeks. I don't care. We got to a final. We didn't win. What does it matter?
Messi,
the loss is the same as losing in the first round. You didn't win it.
Exactly. Like Messi had an incredible 2014 World Cup, but nobody talked about it because he lost at the end of the day. Nobody's gonna remember that World Cup like he was good. Everybody's gonna say, okay, he had a good tournament, but what did he win the final? And you can make excuses like his teammates were missing chances, all this and that. He has shit center backs, but nobody's gonna care. And like 20 years from now, they're gonna look back at the books and look who was the winner, and they're gonna look at Germany and say, yeah, they were the winners. Like that's what it is.
You know that is just like the culture in it. Because sometimes with the culture of the England fans, I feel like they kind of flip flop most of the times.
I think it's the culture in the English team as well. I think the way it's been, I think it's the fun and the team. Both of it is the reason why England hasn't really succeeded in the way they have been, to compare to other with the amount of resources players they had over the years. For them to not be winning more frequently is a disgrace. Actually, if you think about it, there's no way you had so many great players but you don't win tournaments. Like I said,
with both tournaments now expanding, there's a greater chance of you winning this tournament now, because you're going to get you could get what they got in this last Euros. They're running the last Euros, the fixtures and everything like that in the groups. They're adding more and more teams. That means more and more dead ass teams are getting to tournaments. You know that wouldn't get there under the normal qualifiers. So you're gonna get a run like that where they play mediocre teams. You know, so in essence, his job, his time as England is easier than his previous people that been England manager. When you think about it, he's in a rich vein.
I feel like it's just maybe some people still attached because of the World Cup achievement.
No,
emotionally attached. Emotionally.
Of course it is, because people. Yeah, go on.
I literally heard people, because people haven't seen the team even get that far in a long time, and I seen people in the space about arguing about Southgate when the team was announced, and people were saying, "Oh yeah, but did you see what he done in the World Cup? Did you see how well he did in the Euros, getting us to our final, and how he got this team to get the togetherness and that having everybody likes the squad now compared to the older squads in terms of just liking the players and the team." And I'm like, who fucking cares? I want to win the trophy. If you're an elite team, you should be aiming to win the trophy. If you're in the final, I don't want to hear about anything about oh yeah, we made it to the final at least. This sounds like, if you're a Spurs, for example, and you make the final of a Champions League like we did, we can say, yeah, okay, we made at least the final. We can be proud of ourselves. Fair enough, because we were never supposed to be in that type of situation, for example. But if you're like a favorite, or not even a favorite, but you look at all the teams in the tournament, and you're probably in the top 5, top 6, you shouldn't be thinking in a final, or at least we made the final. You should be thinking we're going to win that final, regardless who the opposition is.
Yeah, like that's legit where it stems from. It's like, yo, he did well to get to a semi-final, but no, you lost. You did well to get to the final. You lost. Like, we're not hyping up. Like, me personally, I'm not hyping up runners up in a final or losing in the semi-final. Like, how about you win? And the thing is, you have the tools to do better. Like, there's a way to lose. I say this all the time. England have the better. England, look at the players England brought off the bench compared to the players Italy brought off the bench. Like, if you go put, like, England's attacking options are ridiculous. And I understand that Jeremiah mentioned it about the 2 DMs, and that's why with the defense. I understand that to an extent, but you can be pragmatic, but then sometimes once you go a goal behind, you can turn that around. I actually have a counter-attacking threat. Because if you look at most teams that win World Cups, have been a little bit more pragmatic. Probably Brazil was the last side I remember, if we go through it, who have won the World Cup playing on the front football. It's like, if you look at France, they didn't. We won it the year before France in 2014, Germany.
Yeah,
Germany wasn't. Yeah, Germany didn't play on the front football. Who won it in 2010? So you got Spain. So since Spain. So you're saying since that Spain side 2010, and who won it in 06? Italy, pragmatic. So that's 3 of the last 4, and then 2002 is Brazil. So if you look how it's gone, you're more. Don't mean another side can't come and win it a different way, but that's how you look at. Even if you look at the Euros and that, like Italy are a pragmatic side. Who won it the year before Italy?
Portugal, isn't it?
Portugal. Yeah, pragmatic. Who was the year before Portugal?
Spain.
Spain, who were an anomaly.
Spain won it back to back, didn't they?
Spain won it back to back.
And then Greece won it.
And then Greece. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so you look at the last winners, obviously take out Spain because they were a special side. More sides are a little bit more pragmatic. So I don't have an issue with the style.
It's about winning.
It's just the execution of it. Because you can do more. Should England go for it more? Maybe. You have the attacking players. Why not? I would. I've said this before. If your attack's better than your defense, why not attack?
Yeah. And for me, it's like, it's just getting over the line at the end of the day. Like, I was watching that Nigeria-Ghana game. Like, I don't care how we're going to win that game. Even if it's like going to be a dummy, like, own goal from, like, some of the Nigerian player. I don't care. Like, it's about winning and going through. This is what it is. At the end of the day, this is all about. Like, I don't care about performances in a tournament. I want to see performances maybe in a friendly, because I want to see you getting actually prepared and looking good at going into the tournament. But when you're in the tournament, this is when I want you to just go and win the games, get the business done.
Yes, Lewis, I'm with you on that. Yes, I'm with you on that.
Please,
yes.
I'd love to see it, man. I'd love to see this. Make it happen. I hope they do an Amazon documentary for his entire reign, man.
Respect Super Frankie Lampard. Allow it.
Super Frankie Lampard from getting Everton relegated to the what's it called? To the World Cup in England. Let's go.
Correction, Frank James Lampard. It's Frank James Lampard.
It's gonna be Harry Kane and DM, man. It's gonna be Harry Kane and DM.
you got.
Hey, Didi Allen's gonna get called up again. Yes.
You got to have Dominic Calvert-Lewin crossing the ball to Raheem Sterling.
I'm with Lewis on this. Yes, I would take that. As a non-England fan, I would take that. I would.
Yeah, of course you would, because you don't deal with the repercussions. If he does badly, it's like, England did bad. If he does well, it's all hail Super Frankie Lampard, isn't it?
I don't think it's not just England fans. I think every fan from every country want to see it because of the banter. Because everybody knows how bad it is.
I love to see it.
If Peter sees that, like, Frank Lampard as England manager, like, he will have a field day.
Absolutely. You lot continue to get your questions in. It don't have to be about Harry Maguire, England. We haven't had many members today, but continue to get your questions in. We'll pick out the best ones. Of course, members' comments do take priority like a super chat. And obviously, super chats take priority like a super chat, people. Big up to BB, who says, flawless. I saw your GTA gameplay and your watch-alongs, bro. It's hilarious here. Glad you enjoy it. That's one thing in Sarcasm City. You gonna laugh. 100%. Jokes always fly. Eddie getting harassed by someone else is too funny, and Timo is too funny. Yeah, Timo's hilarious. And yeah, that was Snoop. It's Snoop, Eddie, Surfer, X, and myself are all on GTA. I might jump on after this, actually. Flawless, is Sterling in the top 10 for England players in terms of careers in the Premier? Absolutely. The amount of goals he's won and the amount of goals he's scored and the trophies he's won. Yes. Without question.
To be fair, he's also get the most cheered out of those England players last night.
Yeah, because England fans are waking up like our success rides on him. A lot of it. He's one of them. He was their best player in the Euros by far.
Yeah, he got us through the group stages. Without him, we got to get through the group stage.
Yeah. Is he top 10 in terms of career? Yeah, because like look at the goals and trophies. What are you saying, Jez?
What is it?
It's Sterling. It's still. Yeah. Just see what I'm saying. Just with that Spurs attention and that. So no trophies. It's Sterling in the top 10 for England players in terms of career in the Premier era.
Probably like obviously I'm like young and innocent, so I haven't really been here watching this Premier League like that. So it's hard for me to say. But from what I've seen, probably yeah.
In terms of career, yeah. All right. Nippin's back. Nippin is Sterling in the top 10 for England players in terms of careers in the Premier League.
Ooh. Oh, are we talking Prem or all time?
Yeah,
because
Prem. No, it says Prem.
You have John Barnes, Ian Wright.
Yeah, so in the Prem era, they was around Ian Wright was in the Premier League era.
Yeah, he doesn't come above. I'd probably say 9th or 10th.
So he cracks the top 10 is what you're saying.
Just about.
All right,
just about. I mean, you can't not put him in the top 10 if he's in the 100 goal. If he's in the 100 goal club.
Well, and like you said, Bainesy as well. He's only 27. I think Bainesy, why you've got pushback on that is because people will conflate the two arguments in terms of thinking just because you have a better career doesn't mean you're a better player. That's not necessary. It don't work like that. Like no one's gonna sit here and say Kingsley Coleman. Is it Coleman? Who's like won a league title every year. Every year he's played professional football. Yeah, Coleman is
on the bench for most of it.
But my point is his career. I want to actually check his numbers. He's had a better career than most, but it don't make him the bad player. There's a difference.
Sterling better than Coleman. Come on.
Say again.
Raheem Sterling is better than Kingsley Coleman.
Yeah, I never said Kingsley Coleman is better than Raheem Sterling. I said career-wise. I'm saying people will look. There's a difference. People will will mix the two arguments. Just because a player had a better career doesn't mean he's a better player. You can have a great career, but this player is better than you. Same with NBA. Like there's certain players who have rings. There's certain players without rings who are better than players with rings. 100%. Like that's how it works.
I have an announcement for all of you. I passed my job interview.
Hey, congrats, man. Let's go. We hyping that shit out here. Let's go.
Job interview.
Let's go.
On Monday, I have a trial. If I pass the trial, the job is mine.
Let's go. Go, buddy.
Is that to be Timo's personal assistant? Is that what it is? Is that what the trial's for?
Now my job is working as a commie chef in the Hilton London Metropole.
Let's go.
Nice one.
Let's go.
So hopefully I'll be serving a lot of celebrities their dinner.
You might be in it.
Yeah, you better come. Whenever you're in London, just holler me. I'll get you a discount in my restaurant.
Hey, how expensive are you talking on? Oh, this a hella expensive prices. You gotta give me a free. That discount. How much is this discount? What percentage?
50%.
Instead of paying
50%, that needs to be 100%. Go on, Jess. What are you saying?
Instead of the steak costing £100, it costs £90 now.
Yeah, serious, yo. You know what I'm saying? Some lobster that's a 150.
50% of 100 won't be 90.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you let's say you're getting like a 10% discount.
I have a question. Since we've been talking about England for so long, I have a question about Germany for.
Hang on. At Nippin's restaurant, though, Flawless. At Nippin's restaurant, the bread rolls are 30 quid. So, you know what I mean?
They're £15 for a bread roll.
Yeah. No. Bread rolls are £30, man.
Wait, how much are bread rolls? How much are they?
I've dined in a 5-star restaurant, and
Yeah,
and
you
they
got
give
that 5-star money. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
no,
go on,
yeah.
talk to me. How much are bread rolls? I don't even know.
Is
Yeah,
it
go
a
on.
restaurant industry or delivery?
in most of the restaurants I've been to, they're complimentary.
Oh, is it? All right. Well, you need to get me a complimentary meal then. That's what you need to do, courtesy of the chef. That's what you need to do. Complimentary whole meal. Them starters, mains, and I don't really eat dessert, so just starts and mains and we good.
No, but just order one anyway. Just do like that.
Sorry, I was MIA for so long.
It's cool. Don't worry about it, man. It's all right, innit? You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. I would have complained because Ray would have missed you, innit? He's devastated he's not here right now, but he's busy because he misses you all the time. He said, make sure I'm on with my guy Nippin. So you message him and let him know, innit, that you missed him too, innit? Big up Ray every single time.
I missed you too, man. Come on.
Yeah, man.
Big up.
Love that, man. That is true friendship right there. Isn't that right, Timo? This guy's slacking on chicken.
I wasn't listening.
Man.
I was eating.
Yeah, I know he wasn't listening. You was doing a jazz. We used to you, look. See, you Spurs fans, ridiculous.
Hey, don't associate me with Timo. What's going on here?
Here's a question for you. This is purely international. What would hurt more, seeing the Netherlands win the World Cup or seeing England win the World Cup?
England.
Really? I thought it would be the Netherlands, since you guys hate each other more.
I can't see England win a tournament. Like, if
No,
that happens,
obviously, but what would hurt more?
yeah, it will hurt me. It will hurt me a lot. It's like seeing Arsenal winning. It's like seeing Arsenal winning a trophy. It hurts me.
What? No. What would hurt more? Netherlands winning a trophy or England winning a trophy?
Yeah, England.
I thought you would say Holland, because a lot of German fans hate Holland.
Man, I don't. I don't, to be honest. Like I don't really have an issue with Holland like that.
Yo, Dainsy, you says here it would hurt me seeing England win a trophy. Why, fam?
Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him why, innit? You know what I'm saying? This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
right? This country deserves to suffer. Jesus. Right, where's this come from, Dainsy? What's going on?
I thought you said it one time before because of the fans. Like,
wait, how is it England fan wants this country to be suffer? I'm not even English here, but
yeah, he's not an England fan. He's not an England fan. You should know this, man. Bainsy's your guy, man. How do you know? He said the fans don't deserve. Why did fans not deserve it, Bainsy? We want answers.
Understandably so. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
I feel like Bainsy's more questioning about the energy of the England fans, I would say.
Yeah. But I'm asking you to explain to everyone who might not know Bainsy. That being said, me and Bainsy will be on Stats, Facts, and Vibes. Well, it's technically tomorrow, so Friday, for the England World Cup drawing, because it just falls in the same time. Well, not the England World Cup,
Wait,
the
World Cup drawing on Friday.
It's on Friday.
I'm gonna be watching that. Like,
yeah, it's on Friday.
I want Uruguay to be in our group stage. I want that for revenge from 2010. Put Luis Suarez last World Cup in a bed or something. Like, fuck him. Like I said, like he's the worst striker of all teams. No. I said because obviously I support Ghana.
Let's go, Ghana. Let's go
in this tournament. Obviously, I would like to see Germany do well, but I would support Ghana. That's why I want Uruguay. I want Luis Suarez.
So if Ghana and Germany played each other, who are you supporting?
Ghana, definitely. Like my parents are like also
on Garmany.
That's why I hate Jerome Boateng to this day.
Why are you going to talk about your hate for Jerome Boateng? Get it off your chest, Jess. Why do you hate Jerome Boateng?
Because like he's putting all those flags about congratulations for Ghana making the World Cup, but he snitched us to play for Germany, which I get. It's the bigger country in there, better opportunity to win. But
he's going to say, put your World Cups on the table.
Yeah, of course. But then again, then I see his brother, Kevin Prince Boateng, who was also playing for us, and he kind of inspired me in terms of also watching football. Like he's a big role model, which I like the Ghanaian team more than the German team, but I do like to see Germany do well as well. I just hate Jerome Boateng, that's all.
Well, fair enough.
England deserve to suffer, Jez.
Yeah, I think so.
Why?
Why not?
So you want to see Nigeria win something?
Okay, you're the one. You should turn me on. Football's coming home.
Hey,
again.
no one's saying like. No
That
one's
still
saying
doesn't
like.
even make any sense.
Yeah, man.
Maybe.
Go on.
No, maybe if they start calling out better players in better positions and start playing the better players, like Bellingham should have played more often in the Euros. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Then maybe I can maybe root a little bit, but nah, like they have a lot of players I don't like. I don't like Harry Kane for England. Like the moment he has the England shirt on, I boo him. Okay.
That is mad funny. Yo. This is the Spurs fan for those that don't know. I just said at the moment Kane has an English shirt on. I said I'll do it.
Yes, I boo him. I boo every single player there.
Oh, yo, Lewis, if you want the link, hop on, fam. I'll send you the link, fam. Let me know if you want the link. Big up Mancunian folk as well. Good evening, fellas. Good evening to you too. That is mad funny. Right. I didn't know England had this many haters, but you know what?
No,
I get why the fan base would infuriate. I get because of the fan base. I understand it. I hear that. I get it.
Not all the fan base is like that, though, Flawless.
It's not all the fan base, but
80% are not like that. 20% are.
Yeah.
20% is like overshadowing.
Stupid. That's why.
No, because this is the issue. The 80% supports mediocrity by supporting Southgate.
Hey, when you right, you right.
But 80% are also the ones who don't support. Oh, ow! Sake.
You just pump yourself in the eye.
hold on.
You good? Yeah.
That
Right.
front three, yeah. That front three, England front three. It's not even questionable though. Like that front three will be merit for the World Cup.
No, it's a good front three.
The thing
but
is-
then yeah,
It's a merit that front three is selected by merit at the end of the day.
England have
like,
so
it's
much
no
depth
brainer.
in attacking places, though. It's crazy. They probably got the
but
most.
then-
Maybe outside of France, have the most in terms of
yeah,
depth.
they do. But then they have the shit manager that doesn't know how to use it.
Yeah, that's
So, okay, Jez. As a German/Ghanaian fan, as an outsider looking in, who would you say is better than Southgate for England at this moment in time?
I always said this before. Let Graham Potter take the job. If he's
That's a
willing to
shout.
take the job, obviously now it's too late because the World Cup is coming up. But after the World Cup, and Southgate that's maybe not good in the tournament, and Potter maybe thinks about it, give him the job as early as he can, and then try to see how it's
I know
working
it's
out.
going to happen, Jez. I'm one of those reasonable fans.
Hmm?
I know this isn't going to happen. I know we're not winning the World Cup. But say by some freak result, we end up doing the unthinkable. Do you think Southgate walks, or the FA say, "Now you're staying"?
No, I think he's gonna stay. I mean, why should he leave after like went to the semis in the World Cup before, if I'm not wrong. He went to the final, literally just in the Euros. And if he goes and wins the World Cup this year, I don't see the reason why he shouldn't. I don't see the reason why he shouldn't shouldn't stay, in my opinion. And Lewis, I don't get why Kane is a pussy.
You talk about the fifth pen. You can take it.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
A little conversation with Jessica.
Yeah, just finish it off. Yeah.
Okay. Like, have you not heard the phrase?
It's opening just show. My bad. Sorry. Go on, carry on. My apologies. Carry on.
So say Southgate wins the World Cup with England. He doesn't walk. He gets us a contract. Have you ever heard the phrase, you either die a hero or live long enough to see you become the villain? He just ended a 6-decade trophy drought with his country.
What's the point to the question? Like, if he win, of course they'll give him a new deal if he wins the World Cup because he's done the unthinkable.
Look, if I was Southgate and
He should leave if he wins the World Cup.
Wait. I'm gonna be back in a second.
No stress, Jess. Would he walk though? Let's
He
talk. This
should,
is never
though.
happening. But let's say
Hang on. If he wins the World Cup,
the
what else are you
Euros,
gonna
man.
do?
Try win the Euros. Nah, I'll try win the Euros.
Balls to the Euros.
That's balls to the Euro. Hey, watch your damn mouth. I'll say, what do you mean balls to?
Balls
That
to
become
the
a.
Euros,
The thing
not
is,
the World
it's a. You know what? It's a free hit. Once you win the World Cup, like you can do what you like. It don't matter. Go try win the Euros
Once
and
you win
then.
the World Cup, winning the Euros is just like adding an FA Cup to the Premier League.
Yeah, and we love that. That's why us United fans call it the treble. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why. You know what I'm saying?
I would walk if I was South.
You don't got no ambition, man. You know what I'm saying? No ambition, man. Just because you can't do it. Yeah. Hold that.
You have to spread it out.
Have you not heard the phrase? Flawless. Have you not heard the phrase called "You either die a hero or live long enough"?
I've heard it, but I don't care what people think in it. Fuck them people. We care too much about what people think and all this nonsense. Who cares if people think I'm the villain? Who cares?
What if he's the villain to begin with?
I am the villain. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even been here that long. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even let me be the hero. I'm already the villain. You hear how my fan base?
Villains have more fun.
Yeah, a part of my fan base blame me for our poor results. They blame me for our trophy drought. You're the issue. Because they're fucking idiots, fam. That's why. Because they're idiots. I've had people at me on Twitter and say, you're the reason why United dropped points today.
What?
Yes. I've had that. I was like, was I playing? Did I miss a chance? Did I score an own goal? But yeah, go on, Seth. What were you saying, fam? What were you saying?
I was saying, if I have that much power, why am I wasting it on football results?
Facts.
I need to influence something else. So
Facts.
That benefits me. Why do I need to? Why am I going to?
Facts.
100%. We'll go back to the Southgate's a villain. He's a villain, man. That's what he is. He's a villain. That's what he is. But if he wins the World Cup, I'd leave. I wouldn't even go another.
The thing is, because you just hold it over everybody's head. I just be like, hold that for the longest time. Like, I just be like, hold that. I won the World Cup. What you lot saying now? You know what I'm saying in that? I just have the winners just there, just a picture of him with the World Cup in it. I be like, watch how you talk for a World Cup winner.
If I'm Southgate, I do every interview of the World Cup beside.
Yes, I'd do it if you just have it down.
Just everything. I'd have it when I'm going to matches.
Okay.
I'd have it in the seat beside me.
What's that different? Yes.
I'd have it in the seat beside me. I'd have it pictured when I'm out walking. I'd have it in a restaurant beside me.
I'd do it, when I'm walking as the fan. Oh, farm foods are certain. I'd have it in the trolley. Let me get a replica version.
I'd have it on my desk as a paperweight. That's why I'd have it like that. Hold it stacks down. That's why I'd have it like that.
Hold that. Sky Sports call you up for an interview, and it's just there, me holding it like it's a baby. No one's calling it like it's a baby.
Yeah,
like England hat on it.
Like in a baby thing, in the front when they hold it. I'd have the World Cup like that. Or like a chain.
You forever. Nobody can ever talk to you.
I'd have it like Flavor like a big chain like that.
With a big chain. Like nobody could ever talk to you again if this is not happening, by the way, people. We're talking hypothetical. That's why I'd give the Euros a shot. But then imagine you win the Euros. Then it's like, double the amount. Like, I am a World Cup and Euros. Look how you man talk about European and world champions. You sound like you lot. That's how it would be. You sound like you lot. Watch how you talk to your world champions. European and world champions. Then you just leave. Obviously, this ain't happening, people.
I won this with Harry Maguire at the back. I'm the best in the world. I'm the greatest of all time.
It's a
I won this with Luke Shaw at left back. I'm the greatest, fool.
Yeah, I'm the greatest. Yes, facts.
Pickford in goal. Oh my God.
Facts. I am the greatest, 100%. And to your point, Mainsy, as well about the England. I say all the time, the England job is a poison chalice. If you don't win, you are going to get criticized. Yeah. If you don't win, you will get criticized heavily, like without question. You could go out to England could play France in the quarterfinals. Everyone knows France are a much better side than England. England could play very well, be unlucky
on one game.
And France do a Mazo. France do a Mazo, and he'll get criticized like they just went out to Andorra. Like it's like the media don't understand where they're at. Like if you go out to a team that's better than you, but like you're doing all the things to close the gap and you're competing, that's different. But I'm not saying Southgate does this. I'm just pointing out if that did happen, you would still get criticized.
No, you're right. It's like one. Before 2018, it was like one semi-final in 50 years. It's like we've been getting semi-finals all that time.
Hold on, why is Kane getting called a pussy? I don't get it.
Oh, it's because he said he didn't take the penalty in the Euros. On the shootout.
I don't agree with that at all.
Like, why go and talk to Lewis in it? Tell Lewis hold that. Talk to him in it. I'm saying, don't let this guy with no. I'm saying his club's been sanctioned. Talk to him, fam. Let's go.
I'm not sure. Wasn't there another like recently a penalty shootout and a team lost, and people were asking, "Oh yeah, Mohamed Salah." People were asking why Mohamed Salah didn't took the first pen. It's the same. It's the same stuff. So one time we wanna criticize the player for taking the first pen, and then the other players miss, and the deciphers won the third, fourth, and fifth. But then when the player decides to take the third, if the player decides to take the third, fourth, and fifth pen, either one of those, but it doesn't even get to there, then everybody's going to ask the question, why didn't he took the first one or the second one? That's what I'm saying. It's stupid to say that Kane was a pussy for taking the first one. You want to make sure you start off.
Did he take the first one? Which one did he take one in the shootout?
Yeah,
I have no issue with that. So I don't know. Lewis, elaborate further. You took the first. I have no issue with him taking the first one. I have no issue.
There's no problem with that.
Well, no one didn't say Euros and World Champions. Nobody said that, Lewis. You're hearing things from it's in your head. Nobody said that.
And also, Salah took today. Yesterday, Salah took the first or second pen, and he missed it. So again, that's what I'm saying. It's not on Kane that the other guys couldn't score the pens. It's on Southgate for picking the order, letting them 3 men take the pen in that order. So it's not.
Yeah, I have no issue with it. I have zero issue with Kane take. You should do that. It should be 1-5 like in terms of it. Saka taking, not Saka. You took the fifth one. Was it Saka? Yeah, Saka taking the fifth one was stupid.
I remember when
did it not go into? It went into sudden death. I swear.
Yeah. No, it didn't went to. I think it didn't went to sudden death. I think sudden death is after the fifth pen, right?
Yeah. So So how many penalties did England miss in the shootout? Because Sancho missed, Rashford missed. They didn't miss 3 out their last. Wait, so who took the first?
Yeah, they did.
Maguire and Kane.
Maguire and Kane. Kane, Maguire, then Rashford missed, Sancho missed, and Saka missed.
So Lewis is saying Kane was the best penalty taker when he let Sancho and Rashford take more important ones. Don't wait, your best takers go 3 to 5. That's the argument. Me personally, I want my best taker going number one.
But then I go to my argument and said Salah in the AFCON final was, I think, the 4th taker or 5th taker, and he didn't even get to them because they were already eliminated. Mendy already eliminated them by then. So it's both. I mean, it's your opinion, and it's fair enough in it. But I think there is no issue with the best pen taker taking the first pen. Salah took the second pen literally the other day, yesterday, and he missed it. So it's no different. It's about the players making the pens. For me, the issue on the pen shootout was again the players that were chosen. I think choosing Rashford to taking a pen wasn't an issue. Sancho and Saka for me was an issue for them taking pens when there were other players that probably took pens before then or more often, or they were at least in a situation where they took. Like Luke Shaw was literally in a shootout in the Europa League final, and he didn't took one.
That's both sides of it, but I agree with you. Just like I'm picking you want to get off to me to the best possible start. So then I'm picking my best penalty taker first because you don't want to leave it till 4th, 5th, and then you're out. Because it wasn't. I swear it was. What did Portugal go out and Ronaldo didn't take a penalty? Am I mistaken in saying that? Was it not a tournament recently?
Which one was that?
I can't remember. I swear there was one. There was a tournament and Ronaldo was fit and he didn't take one. And then the whole backlash.
There was. I don't remember which tournament it was, but it was definitely a tournament where
it happened, didn't it?
It happened.
No, they won in 2016.
It was against Portugal and Ronaldo.
No, I'm saying when did it happen with Ronaldo? I swear there was a tournament for Portugal and they got knocked out in a shootout. They got knocked out and Ronaldo didn't get to take a penalty. Man, just saying it's Spain and people were critical. To me, you go first. That's me.
Was Spain?
Man is saying Spain.
Everybody have their own opinion on this. Like
2012. 2012.
Yeah, like, I think Kane is not a pussy for taking the first pen. I think it was a good decision. Like he scored, it was a really great pen, and it gives the other players also the confidence when you see someone taking a banging pen, and the MAGUIRE pen was also a banging pen. And it's unfortunate what happened afterwards, but I look more at Southgate at the end of the day. I don't look at Kane and MAGUIRE and saying, why are they taking the first 2 pens? For me, it's like it's whatever though.
Yeah, because even with that situation, Ronaldo got criticism.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Shout out, man. You probably like that Tottenham tweet earlier today about Standing with it.
No, I didn't. I don't even follow Tottenham. I don't even follow Tottenham.
Jess is like, yo, I'm not involved.
Yeah,
That's what
no.
I'm saying.
I
You
don't
wouldn't
know
care
the
if you were a Spurs fan. You know what I'm saying? What have you got to care about?
You don't care when you start supporting. Why would you care afterwards?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is right, Black Diamond. You said it here. England scored, tried to stop playing ball, tried parking the bus and Southgate's ass, and it failed. Pretty much so. You know what I'm saying?
What for the Euros?
Yeah, the final. That's what happened. And again, you can be pragmatic, but to me, you can still counter-attack with intent. And you have the players to do it. The thing is, England have the perfect attackers if you want to play attacking football. They have the players if you want to play more on the front football as well. You know, that pace of attack with the likes of a Sancho, a Saka, a Sterling. You've got Grealish. You got Foden. With Kane dropping deep and picking passes, you can throw Bellingham in the mix. Like, you have ample.
So, are England's attack top 5 international attacks in the world? Then?
Top three.
I think so. So my knowledge of international football ain't the greatest, but if I think vaguely, yes. The only one I can think of in terms of depth is maybe France.
Like, for me,
not Germany.
We don't.
Germany ain't got a striker.
We don't have a focal point.
What? You have no 9.
Is it really good for us at club level?
Who?
Havertz, but
Havertz is a shout actually. Havertz is a shout.
We did, and we're gonna see with Hansi Flick how he's gonna use Havertz in that 9 or whoever he's gonna play in that 9 role. But I wouldn't say Germany because we don't have that natural number 9. That's what I'm saying. I think it goes with France and then probably England.
Yeah, I'm saying Brazil. You can throw them in the mix. Yeah, you can throw them in the mix.
Your last natural number 9 wasn't Miroslav Klose. He was your last natural number 9.
Yeah.
And he, call me crazy, I don't even consider him to be German.
Only you can say what you want to say. Like on that, I don't really care because he was playing for Germany anyway. So, we got strikers coming up, but they're way too young to kind of rely on them.
Before you go, Nippin, one sec. Before you go, one sec. Yes, what are you telling me, Peter? You good? Welcome, Peter, to the show as well.
Hey,
yeah, I'm good.
Oh.
Love to hear it. And yeah, Jeremiah, Surfer, you have to apologize to Southgate if he wins the World Cup.
Fuck you, man. I'm not apologizing. Nothing.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why are you talking about England winning stuff?
Yeah, if Southgate wins the final, I'm gonna say
what it was?
Southgate forever.
I apologize to my mama. Nothing.
England got a home final, scored in the first minute, and still lost. Hold that.
Yeah, you know what it is. We were just talking because we were talking about the whole Maguire situation and everything, and we're talking about Southgate, and then we're talking about England and like what it would be like if they hypothetically did win. So obviously it won't happen. But we're saying hypothetically.
Unbearable. The worst thing for the footballing world.
No, in terms of one sec, before you go, one sec, because we were talking about like Southgate and like whether he should stay on to go to the Euros or whether he should. And I was like, yo, he just be walking around telling everybody to hold that. Like no one couldn't say shit to him if that happened. That's why I said he should go to the Euros.
Yeah.
Why not?
Apology. Tell me to hold that. Tell me to hold that.
Nah, we can't. This footballing nation got to a final and started beating up people before the final. Like you can't give them a trophy.
Come on, you're stereotyping 2 idiots for a whole nation, Peter.
That's fine. They can hold that. That's fine.
You idiot.
It was all about unity and strength until the
People like me,
racism.
like me don't deserve the hate you're giving us.
Fuck the English footballing culture. Fuck their national team.
Okay, so you're basically telling me, fuck me.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, pause. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, hold that.
Pause, but yes. Yes. I don't think you guys understand. The U.S. does not deserve a World Cup either. I don't want my own country to win.
Why? Why? Okay.
Nippin, we can't take your sport after you colonized us and then beat you at it on the world stage. The powers that be, like the Illuminati, they would never have that. Like that can't happen. There's a very small list of countries who can win this World Cup and the world not be thrown completely out of balance, right? Argentina, Brazil, Spain, France, Germany. That's it. Anyone else wins, it's going to be a shock beyond belief. Maybe the Netherlands, because they've never won one, right? So like maybe I can hear that with like Bengal's last great feat in world football. Maybe, but like outside of those 6 countries, anyone else wins it, watch what happens to this planet. Watch. There's a reason we haven't had a new World Cup winner besides Spain and France in like the last 40 years.
Who said that? I forgot. We've made that point when we
There's
spoke
only
on
been 8
international
countries that
before.
have won the World Cup.
Yeah, there isn't that many.
There's a reason the list is so small. There's a reason the list is so
Isn't
small.
the Illuminati are to blame for it?
I'm saying, bro, England's not going to win. Like, do what you want. Do what you want. Say what you want. Like, be patriotic. Support the team. Niggas aren't winning. Like, it's not happening. It's not
Do you have
happening.
a in mind if they do? Just saying. Just saying.
If they win, I'll shave my head and I'll get a tattoo of Southgate on my chest.
Clip this. Clip this.
Yeah,
Clip.
that's fine. Clip it. You got a home final in a European Championship. You scored after minute 1, right? And you still lost. Can you think of the last team to score first in a European Championship final and lose?
France.
Yeah, I can't
No,
remember.
they didn't score first.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
they
did. First in the 2006 World Cup final.
No, in the European Championship final.
Euros.
Bro,
It
no
doesn't
one.
Actually,
matter though. Does the competition matter?
Yeah, of course the Euros
Wait,
matters.
yes.
Of course,
No, wait. That one thing we're not gonna do is downplay the Euro. The Euros matters. This is not what we're doing. The Euros matters. Outside the World Cup on an international scale, it's equal or higher prestige than any other competition. Now let's not do that. It's equal to Copa America. It's equal to African nations. It's equal to all of the continents' cup competitions. It's on that level. They're all the tier below the World Cup. This is not what we do. Then you got the nonsense.
Fun fact: the answer is Italy in 2000.
Wow, geez, 22 years ago.
That was Trezeguet ended it with a golden goal. But like,
Oh, yeah, that was
all
a
you
massive
England
goal.
fans, most of you double as United fans in your club football time. You guys already don't win shit. Like, I understand why we're delusional. Like, cool. You guys can hope. I'm not saying you can't hope. There's gonna be American people who watch at fucking 8 a.m. and they hope that we're not gonna fucking win. You think Tunisia is going to the World Cup expecting to win?
You're
No.
American, and you don't want your own country to win a
Oh,
World
we can't win it. You know how ignorant this country already is? You can't give us a World Cup. Are you crazy? That'd be the end of the world.
So you're saying England deserve it more than America?
No, we both deserve it equally. Both deserve it like less than any serious footballing nation. Like, to me, England and the U.S. are the same category. Unserious.
Let me ask you, who else do you throw in that category? Where you're like, it'd be complete mayhem if they won.
It'd be absolute chaos if they won. Like, for example,
any African country, in my opinion, as well.
Let's see, like with the way Western Europe has colonized football,
and
like the way they've just done the whole imperialism thing, any African nation wins, the discussion becomes very interesting. I'm telling you, any African nation wins. Canada wins. No, sport is dead if Canada wins. Mexico wins. Sport is dead.
Why does it have to be a set country though? Why can't it be a free?
There's a reason. Not a single country outside of Western Europe or Argentina, Brazil, and Uruguay have won the World Cup. There's a reason.
Well, that's crazy when you put it like that.
It's true.
Wait, there is no side out of Western Europe.
There's only been 8 of them: Spain, Italy, Germany, England. Right? I hear that.
I don't know my geography like that because I thought Italy was more southern Europe, but I understand your point.
France. So I've got my 5 from the Europe, right? All Western European nations. I've got Uruguay, who were like the first world power in football, which was like 100 years ago. They're a bit of an outlier now.
9 days, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got they have 4 stars because they won the Olympics in 24 and 28, but FIFA doesn't recognize them. But anyways, guys, go read a book if you're confused. It's Uruguay and like their stature in world football. Argentina, they had Maradona, and Brazil. The premier footballing nations on the planet. There's a reason the World Cup is not shared outside of those nations. The Netherlands hasn't even broken into that bracket, right? But when they do, boom, Western Europe, football heritage, all this stuff, right? So they're going to be the next team to break in that hasn't broken in yet. Outside of that, we're not going to see a new winner in my lifetime. There's no way.
I'd love to see an African nation pick it up. I'm not going to lie.
I would love to see an African nation win. There's just no way this happens.
The shamelessness, the shamelessness is just between the Africans.
One side, Jez. Go on, Jez.
The shamelessness is just between each African country. Like after, just Bro, they called the Ghana
Bro,
Nigeria game the
Nigeria
Jollof
lost the
Derby.
Jollof Civil War to Ghana for the World Cup spot. Can you imagine if Ghana went to the World Cup and won it?
I'm
Can
all
you
for
imagine
it.
the shit? Can you imagine the shit Ghana could say to Germany after Germany took all their players for the last 30 years?
Well, everybody hides. It's like it's gonna be that type of situation. It's like
Can
it's
you-
like Burnley. It's like Burnley winning the Champions League. It's like
Just imagine like Senegal, right? Just imagine Senegal goes like flawless. Imagine Senegal goes and beats France in the final.
Final, yeah.
What would be
No,
big
you can't have that happen.
I need that. I need that, man. I love to see an African nation pick it up. I would wear whatever African nation it was. I'd wear their
There'd be
shirt
people,
on the
there'd
watching
be
them.
people in the crowd saying colonialism's not going to work this time on a banner. It'd be horrible.
What
Oh
would-
my
What
god!
would be bigger chaos? Peter, what would be
This
bigger
can't happen.
chaos? I want you to put your biases aside for this.
No,
Ghana winning the World Cup or England winning the World Cup? What would be bigger chaos?
who?
Ghana.
Ghana.
England or
easy.
Ghana. It's
Ghana,
England or
Easily,
Ghana.
easily.
If,
Because there's
if
nobody
Ghana
there.
can say I have as many World Cups as England, oh my lord, you're finished.
Yo,
You're
this-
finished. You're finished.
Don't-
with the sport. You're
just
finished.
delete the country.
If Ghana wins the World Cup on your block,
Is Ghana having a World Cup such a bad thing?
it's not a bad thing. It's just for the entirety of Western Europe and how they've like colonized football essentially, and how they've plucked all these African nations' best players for 50 years. For an
Massive.
African nation to then turn around who's vastly inferior, like in terms of resources
Yeah.
and like available like coaching, right? And like the grassroots isn't there. For an African nation to just like get a diaspora of random guys growing up in random countries that play for them and go and win football's premier tournament, it makes you look horrible.
All I know is
Yeah, but then they can hold that flawless. Sorry,
Ghana.
There's no way. Like you, how can you beat England talking about the best league in the world if Ghana went? Nah.
I want it, man. I'm praying. I never looked at it like this. I want it even more. Go on, Surfer. Say what you saying, my guy.
Ghana wins the World Cup, then the citizens of Luton are going to go live underground. That's what I'm saying.
No, like I'm telling you, like it'll just be BLM 24/7. Like this country.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's like
I'd love
know,
that.
like,
Before
yeah.
what? Sorry, before you go, do we now know all the African nations who are actually in the World Cup? draw?
Yes,
Yeah, it's-
Tunisia,
it's-
Morocco, Cameroon, Senegal, Ghana. Those are the 5.
All right, let's go. I'm praying one of those 5 wins.
And you know what? You know the thing that kills me with this expanded World Cup? People think that like it's just going to bring more chaos because in 2026 there's going to be 9 African teams instead of 5. There's going to be 3 team groups. It's going to be all sorts of bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize how bad this is going to be for the established powers in world football. This is going to
And
be
it's going to be
terrible.
in the States as well, right?
It's going to be
Yeah,
in the
people-
States and Canada and Mexico. It's going to be
Wait, what? Wait, what's going to be in the States? Hold up, wait.
Next
Stop.
World
World
Cup.
Cup in 2026. It's going to be the North American one.
I need to get there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, excuse to get there. I need to get out
Flawless.
there.
Flawless. There's going to be games down in LA like an hour from where I stay. You can just
I
come.
need-
You can just come roll with me, man.
Yeah. I need to get 2026. I need to get out there.
Yo, and there's
100%.
there's gonna be 6 CONCACAF teams, so Jamaica might be there.
Oh man. Oh, I need to get there, man. Like that
Can you
is
imagine?
the universe.
Just imagine, right? Like round of 32, Jamaica and like Ghana. Oh my god.
Yo, the chaos.
Well, world football, you don't really want this. Like I don't think people
Yo.
have thought about how bad this could get.
Yo, people don't know about because obviously you don't see it because the Caribbean teams like ain't there, but people don't understand that Caribbean African rivalry. Like you think me and Jazz are bad to each other now? Like imagine Jamaica versus Ghana.
Let Jamaica and Nigeria be in the same World Cup group and let
Oh
them
my
have a 3 face-off for a round of 32 spot. Let it happen.
Oh my god.
Let it happen.
Imagine
East
if
London,
India
East London
qualified.
would be a mess. East London would be a
Imagine
mess.
if India qualified.
Say that
India
again.
could qualify. That's the thing. Like
Yeah.
people don't
Imagine if
understand.
India qualified.
Like keep
Me versus Statman.
keep opening up the World Cup. Keep expanding. Keep letting these random nations in. See what happens.
Let's go. I'm
Yeah,
all for it.
Look, imagine me and Statman disagreeing on lots of things right now. Imagine if India and England played each other in a World Cup.
Yeah, we
Oh,
see
that
that.
would be terrible.
Yeah.
Like, bro,
Me versus Statman.
when Rob Green did that bullshit in 2010 and we drew 1-1 against you and we celebrated it like 3 points. By the way, you lost the group to the USA, so you guys can hold that forever. You lost the group to us, so unfortunately you can hold that. It is what it is.
But you guys went out to. But you guys went
No,
out
you
to.
lost 4-1 to Germany, mate. Hold that. We at least did it extra time. You lost 4-1 to Germany. Matthew Upson scored your knockout round goal.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Man said
Yeah,
Matthew
what's up?
Upson.
Yeah, you don't want this. You don't want
Yes,
this.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm legit excited about that 2026 World Cup. That sounds good. I like that idea.
Bro,
You know
this is
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying. Like, you low key Western Europe, you better thank God Suarez did that. Because I promise you, if Ghana gets to the semifinals against the Netherlands,
Well,
anything can happen.
It
That
just would have
Netherlands
got
team wasn't
breakfast.
that
I'm
cold.
convinced.
I'm not saying Ghana would have beat Spain in the final. They probably would have got clapped out anyways. Let's be real.
Yeah,
But like anything could have happened at semifinal. Like that Netherlands team was not that hard.
this is what I was very confident. Like if we're gonna go to the semis, we might go to the final. Like at this point, it's like everything goes against us for us. Temperature, the weather conditions, everything. The whole country is for us. Like everything is already there. Like it's gonna be advantage for us so big. Where I felt like
you put the World Cup in Africa and Ghana were in the quarters. You know how dangerous that was?
That's why I'm saying like, all the time, saying my Luis Suarez agenda will never die. Like he's the worst striker on the world. Like Chris Wood is better than him in my opinion.
And you know what? You know what? You're welcome that we beat you in that group because Ghana would have beat you guys. Can you imagine if Ghana beats England in sports?
I never. You know what? I forgot because like I'm not located in that sense. Like because obviously England here is very multicultural. So England playing an African nation or a Caribbean nation or Asian nation in a World Cup potentially. I get knocked out. I said East London. Everywhere in London's finished. Everywhere in the country's finished. All the major places in it. All London, Manchester, Birmingham. Like
you guys don't understand like how much like politics. Like guys, in a serious moment here, right? Switzerland played Serbia in the World Cup in 2018. You guys remember that shit?
Yes, I do remember Switzerland.
You guys know the history between like Serbia and like Eastern Europe in the 90s and like all these nations, right? The celebration that Granit Xhaka and Xherdan Shaqiri had because they're Albanian and what the Serbs did to the Albanians in the 90s, like stuff like that. Like geopolitics is a part of football.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a part, right? And like these Western European nations, you don't want to see all these teams that you colonized. You don't want to see all these nations in these tournaments. There's a reason most of them are kept apart, right? Occasionally, Ghana will play Germany in a group, right? But like in the knockout round, these occasions don't really happen. That's for a reason. Like it's not going to happen. Like that's why I don't ever think an African nation will win. I just don't. The powers that be will not allow it. If they do, the sport's finished. Like you have to start a new sport.
Why?
It's over. Like
it completely destabilizes any sense of credibility any of these Western European nations have.
Because you let someone who's inferior come and win the Premier competition.
You deemed inferior. You put all the way down in the mud on your country's premier sport. They're level with you. Like just imagine like Ghana beats England in a final. Your country's finished.
Considering as well with the
resources,
considering the resources both the Western European countries and the African countries have in terms of like recruitment,
coaching, domestic
coaching, exactly.
All this. It's not even
grassroots football. Like just even the little things like grassroots football and that is so much more superior in the European countries compared to Africa. Where like if you come to pull up to the World Cup and leave the World Cup with the trophy, but and I'm saying this about any African country. Imagine letting Nigeria win the World Cup. Jesus Christ, they would never stop talking about it.
They would never show. That's what I like though, because I know because obviously go on, bro.
Nigeria gets a World Cup. England's not getting any more Bukayo Saka's ever. Why am I going to come play for you and get racially abused when I can play for my country because we can actually win?
Imagine Simon saying hold that, imagine saying Simon bragging about the World Cup.
Bro, don't let Trinidad knock out England. Like I'm telling you, Peter Crouch, 2006, you're a bastard. You're a bastard for that overhead kick clearance. Because if we would have beat you, you'd still be hearing about it.
Nice.
Like don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. That's all I'm saying. Don't let it happen.
I need this Morocco World Cup win, loser holding the World Cup. That's what I need in my life. Don't let
any of these North African teams win. I'm telling you.
That's what I need. I need loser. I need loser winning. Yeah,
Morocco knocks out France. They hold the banner that says you can change your heritage, you can never change your blood. Like, yep, they do some shit like that. I know they will.
Hey, one eye open.
Okay, listen to this. Algeria versus England in a final. You don't want either country to win.
No, Algeria winning, brother. Riyad Mahrez packs out Jordan Pickford on the world's biggest stage. No, Southgate has to be. He has to be put in jail. He has to be put in jail if he lets that happen. I'm sorry.
Yo, I am all for this. Like, I'm here. Like, I normally want African nations to do well anyway, just in general. Like, they're the teams to support. Whatever African nations get there, man will support at World Cups. But even more so with all this, like, I need this. I need a Ghana or a Morocco
at 5 a.m. local time to watch Switzerland pack out Serbia because I was like, oh, this is great. This might actually start a war. Yeah, the Serbian and the Swiss fans were fighting in Russia. I was like, this is great. I need this. I need this chaos. Like, I want us to play England. I don't even care about U.S. soccer for that, like that. But like, if we're playing you, I need that.
You're involved.
I want you to play any African team. I need it. I need this chaos.
I need it. Yo, that's just on my agenda. I know it's like 4 years away, but Peter saying that, I did not know that the 2026 World Cup is in the States. So that's an excuse. I've been wanting to get out to the States anyway.
It's expanded.
Also, there'll be more games. I'm just there on a complete vibe thing. Just go get waved. You know
I am too. We're not winning.
Vibes.
No, this is just vibes. Hey, vibes. By that time.
Find a new sport. Find a new sport.
All right.
I'm being serious. Vibes. You know what the energy will be like out there, and it's just nice weather. Football every day.
Just imagine, like, if Ghana or pick any like, let's say Ghana won the World Cup, right? They'd go like next friendly at Wembley. They'd say they'd hold up a banner that says we have as many World Cups and European trophies as you. No, they don't. Like, you can't do that.
No, absolutely not. Like, it's like I said, it's like this Burnley team right now in the Premier League winning the Champions League over like Chelsea, Liverpool, Bayern. It's a disgrace to football. It's like,
yes,
how the hell did this happen? Like, it's the same thing. Like remember when you guys, speaking to the U.S., they're playing Costa Rica today. Remember when you were in a group with Costa Rica and everybody called them the Minnows, and they won the group that you guys got 1 point in England?
Was that what group was? Yeah. Wait, was that the one where? No, I'm thinking of a different group. When Rooney
that's when Suarez bit what's his face, Chiellini.
Oh, is it? Now I was thinking when Rooney was sarcastically clapped into the camera, and he was like, "Yo, it's nice when your own fans boo."
Nah, that was when Gerrard flicked it onto Suarez and he packed out Joe Hart, and then England got eliminated after 2 games because they sucked.
Okay.
That's right. But no, yeah, it's like, guys, you don't like the Western European nations don't want this. Really, you don't want this. You want to lose to another Western European nation.
Yeah, hilarious.
You don't want this. It would be so bad.
Yeah,
Internet crashed, by the way.
That's all good. It's all good. Switching lanes before we close out there. Get your final few questions in. We'll be here for like 10 minutes more. So big up Westbrook is going. Says we're beating the Nuggets and Pelicans, man. We can still make the play-ins. Hey, that's it, man. Laker Nation, let's go. Westbrook is going. Let's go.
Laker Nation, stand up. Fuck up.
That's 2 1s for 11. That's 2 1s for 11.
Laker Nation, man. Let's go. Big up Westbrook is going.
For 11.
That's what that is.
Let's go.
Bro, just imagine Ireland plays England in the World Cup.
Oh, yeah. We seen it when England played Scotland.
Yeah.
No, give Scotland a winner. You don't want that.
Oh yeah, they would have been talking about most if they got a winner.
FYI, LeBron's out later tonight, man. Fuck, man.
What, the Lakers playing today? Who the Lakers playing tonight?
I said this on the watch along.
Yeah, we're playing tonight, actually.
You playing tonight?
Hold that.
Utah Jazz.
Oh, okay. You'll be the Jazz. You know what I'm saying?
They won't.
You'll be the Jazz. Russ, is AD back?
No.
Hey, Peter, let us tell a lie, man. Like we just hope
they're not winning a game till next week, brothers.
Yeah, Lakers Nation for life. You're right.
We're not winning a game till next season.
No, you beat the Thunder still.
Manchester had to be climbed, man.
Let's go, team.
Yeah. Keep tweeting Eleanor to help you on the timeline as she's going to respond.
Yeah.
You notice how she just blanked you. Bear in mind, she's on my own at Valley Proud. You forget that.
Yeah, she supports my team, dude.
Speaking of which, where is she today?
I have no idea.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, she's busy, isn't it? Like, that's when you see people not here. She's busy.
It's not my day to watch her. Ask Timo.
Yeah, Timo should know where she's at. You know what I'm saying?
Timo, why are you hiding your face for, man?
He's embarrassed at the Lakers.
Yeah, he's embarrassed. I don't know if he's embarrassed about the Lakers or he's got a crush on Ella and he's embarrassed about that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
You guys, you like this the World Cup. Like, we can all talk about winning, but like, You lose to any underdeveloped nation. The jokes that you will get, the shame.
Prime, we all know you're a secret Italy fan, Prime, but okay.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
Prime-
Germany, Prime was pro Italy like heavily, and Prime held that for
Oh,
Nigeria
I was.
going out.
I was pro Italy from match 1 of the tournament. I was eating so good after the Euros. Oh
Yeah,
my God,
I was eating good
the
because
tears and the anger, the whole that I was
Yeah,
smiling.
yeah.
Oh, you guys have no idea how loud I cheered when Saka missed. You have no idea.
No, I was
Jesus.
smiling as a black guy the next
Christ,
day.
you're hurting me, Peter.
Yeah, that's what he gets. Don't ever declare for England on Nigerian Independence Day again.
Yeah, you
Yeah, that's
ever
wild.
do it.
fool.
That's
fool.
wild.
God
You think I feel
save
bad for you?
our gracious
Yeah, keep singing the anthem.
Queen.
Keep singing the anthem while they go infiltrate some other country to destabilize their government. Keep singing, brother.
You know
Hey,
what?
Timo, you're England fan, innit?
Huh?
You're England fan, Timo, correct?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm a neutral fan.
I saw you eating pies at Wembley.
If I live somewhere, let's say if I live in England, if I'm supporting England,
2
man.
days ago, fam.
We have evidence.
I said I saw you eating pies at Wembley. You are an England fan. That is dead.
You were eating pie at
You are an
Wembley.
England fan.
You're in your happy.
Hey,
Bro, you put it in the group chat.
I saw you on TV.
Come on,
Sunday.
man.
I was looking yesterday.
Come on, man.
What are we talking about here? Why are you lying?
I just want to eat pie at Wembley. What's
Why are
wrong
you
with that?
lying? Why are you lying? Saying no. You were there with the big cheeser on your face.
What? What's
Watching England versus some random African country.
Yeah, so
you were enjoying them eating your pie. Quick.
They put Ward Prowse out there, fam. Respect yourself.
I didn't even watch it. What are you saying, Nippin?
Let me too.
Yeah. All I was saying was, yeah, I know Italy won the European champions, but they can hold that for getting knocked out by North Macedonia.
But Nippin, you should hold up
Hey,
because
that's
you
not
lost
going to
to
give
that
England
team.
a trophy, brother.
Yeah, like,
I don't care. I don't care.
Italy got knocked out by someone else's trophy. Oh, yeah.
I don't care whether they've won the trophy. I'm just happy. They're out. They're not going to be. They're not going to be at the World Cup.
It's not going to change your European.
I don't care.
Wait,
I don't care. I'm going to be shameless about this, Peter.
If you support England, then why you slander Southgate then?
Wait. If you support England, Timo, why are you not saying you support England? Huh? Why are you over there humming and having?
Like I said,
At least rep it.
which country am I living in now? I live in England. Of course, I'm
Yeah, I
not.
live in the US.
If I live in
No.
the-
That don't mean nothing. I could move to North Macedonia. It don't mean I'm supporting North Macedonia. What does that mean?
yeah, I live in England. I say fuck England.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far, but you know, we
Nah,
move,
nah.
you know what I'm saying?
I really
Yeah,
care.
I promise. I don't care. Like after the loss, I said fuck England in my college class. Now everybody was looking at me.
Let me be clear. The embarrassing part was not the U.S. missing the last one. It was that fucking Panama made it instead of us. You see how bad Panama was at the World Cup? They gave up a hat trick to Harry Kane. They're so bad. Like, come on. Harry Kane should not be bagging hat tricks on you at any level.
Hey, stop that season. Let's go.
That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. They contributed to Harry Kane's golden boot, and they beat us in qualifying. That's embarrassing.
Ryan's gonna be on your case. You know that.
I don't care. Fuck Ryan.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, that is someone who I will say, Ryan, we don't give a shit. Fuck
Hey,
Ryan.
leave my tag team partner alone.
Yeah, fuck you and him.
Oh,
How
yeah,
about that?
you
know what I'm saying?
too. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up?
What now? Hold that. You know what I'm saying? You can shut up too. You know what I'm saying? Hold
Hold
that.
that too, Timo.
About my two partner. Yeah, I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
We care.
Yeah, we don't care.
We know we don't care.
You're not new here. You know how this goes.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question. Say if you drew.
Go on.
Put that away. Put that away.
Yeah.
Josh.
Hold that. It still came wrong.
Boss. No. Yes, Prime. Yes, I would. Yes. Prime finally exposed Nippins. Yeah. Literally,
if somebody dunks on your head at your home ground, you can't really chat to them.
Yeah,
The only way you can get that back, you can't chat to them.
I'm going to be shameless. I'm still going to
You
make.
can't-
Your country into racial abusing your own players.
You can't chat to them. Like the only way England can rectify that, they have to win a Euros or World Cup in Milan. That's it.
Look.
In Rome or
I
something.
don't care that they trolled us at our own ground. I don't care.
No, you can't.
It hurts.
You can't, man. It hurts, man. You can't, man. You can't, man. You can't, man. It hurts. You still want to cry now. You cried on the day. It hurts. You said before on the show.
I see your comment. You literally slammed Southgate, bro. Stop lying, man.
You legit said on the show, Peter, you're bringing up bad things for me, innit?
I don't care.
It hurts.
I'm still gonna make fun of them for not qualifying.
It's like you
I
say,
am
I'm
that
past the finals. Of course, I fucking care. What the
Yeah,
hell?
of course. Of course,
It's
you
like
can.
Timo saying he doesn't care. The Lakers are in 11th place. He cares.
Yeah, you can.
I know what hurts. Look at his face.
Look,
Like I said,
you guys don't laugh at me.
I'm already in Cancun, man.
Yeah, we know you're in Cancun. We know you're in Cancun.
You have no choice. You have no choice. You're in Cancun
I'm
because they
in my
can't
holiday,
win,
bro.
not because they won't win.
Innit, surfer? Drinking that coconut.
It's lovely.
Yeah,
It's lovely. It's lovely weather and karaoke.
It's a lovely weather, isn't it? Yeah, lovely weather. Exactly.
It's lovely weather. Yeah.
The surfer's been in Cancun for 5 months, brother. You.
Yeah. He's been there a long time.
I'm in timeshare at the moment. That's right.
You know what? Here's what
Lord
it is. Like, England fans, you can take the Italy didn't make it trophy. Cool. You can take that. But, like, at the end of the day, when Leo Bonucci is old, right, and his grandkids are sitting on his
You
lap.
don't mention that rat's name in front of me.
Hey, you don't care. You told me you don't care. You told me you don't care. You either care or you don't care. So when he's sitting in his rocking chair, he's 93 years old, right? Great grandkids are on his lap, across from his fucking fireplace. He's got his European Championship 2020 winners medal above it. He can tell his kids the story about how he dunked on England's head top in the biggest game their country's had in 60 years, right? No one's going to care they didn't make the World Cup the next 4 years. Like, it's embarrassing now. Don't get me wrong. Like, it is embarrassing, but like any nation would take a major regional trophy if it's like the Euros or like Copa America to sacrifice the next World Cup when you're not favorites anyways. It's not like Italy was probably going to win this next World Cup. Like, let's be real. Miss the World Cup, win the Euros as like dark horses, miss the next World Cup. That's a pretty good 8 years.
I
All things considered.
think they would have made it quite far in the World Cup, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, they wouldn't. No one had Italy as World Cup next season, like next year winners, though.
I had them as favourites until
That's crazy.
Macedonia did a madness.
That's
I
crazy.
had them as one of the favourites.
But like, yeah, it's like City fans saying they don't care they lost the Champions League. Yeah, no matter how many times you tell me this, I know it hurts.
Of course.
I know it hurts.
Of course.
Because Moscow jokes still hurt me. It's been 15 years.
Yeah, man. Hold that.
Like, exactly. Like, I'll never like. Part of that will always be in my soul.
Yeah.
The only way I can like fully rectify that is if we have a Champions League final at Old Trafford and we just beat them. That's it, right? But like anything short of that, it will never be the same. Like Bayern fans still roll their eyes when I bring up 2012. They always will.
Why? They've won it. They've won it twice
Fuck
since.
that. They let Salomon Kalou and Ryan Bertrand lift the biggest trophy in European football on their own ground. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a
Then
lot
they
more
can come
than.
back and say they wanted more than us.
But
Peter.
That's fine.
But
That's
again,
fine.
but then they got owned at their
They
own
can still
point
hold
as
that
favorites.
forever. Like, that's fine. The biggest game in the European football calendar is your home ground. And some random team that finished sixth with some interim manager, formerly of League One fucking Walsall, or wherever he coached, won the Champions League. Are you crazy? Nah, man. Nah, you can't do that.
It's embarrassing.
I guarantee you 2008 still hurts John Terry. I guarantee you.
Of course he does. He thinks about that often. 100%.
Nah, it never happened. It never happened.
He tried to fucking sabotage us in 2012, but we'll discuss that another time.
Well, sabotage was 2009.
And just to get to this, Flawless appear at Enemies of Progress singing Saka let the country down, leaving the man them hanging.
Hey,
I've never sung that. That's Pia. I don't sing that about Saka.
I'll sing it.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
sing it
Pia.
in front of his
Well, I will
his family. I'll sing it at the Emirates. I don't care.
What I will say to you, C1, is though Nigeria ain't going to the World Cup, so hold that. You know what I'm saying? You might lost the Jaless at the wall. Hold that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I say that.
C1, your team couldn't beat a side that had Jordan Ayew playing.
Yeah.
Hold that.
You lost to an interim. You had
How was the
Jordan
interim?
Ayew at top. It was an interim. Yeah. We had Amati for Leicester playing centre back when he's not even a centre back for Leicester, and you have Victor Osimhen, who's apparently like the best striker, African striker.
Victor Osimhen doing up celebrations for an offside goal with his fucking Werner. Come on, man. Nah.
Hey, let's not forget. Let's not forget in the final. Let's not forget.
Let's not forget Chelsea, Peter.
Let's be honest.
No, hold on. Nah.
Oh, you can pick up the Werner?
Saka can hold that. Hold on. Saka can hold that. You know what training he done in the foul? I thought he was a foul. Yeah.
Facts. He declared for England on Nigerian independence that he can hold that forever.
You man a savage, yo. To see what, yo, all the magic jokes ain't gonna get Nigeria World Cup spot. So hold that. When everyone's enjoying the World Cup in December, hold that.
Tell the Nigerian Chris Wood to show up.
Respect him. Let's go. Let's go.
Man,
at the end of the day,
respect Rick
I'm sorry.
They can eat their couldn't score around the television watching Ghana play in the World Cup. That's fine. That's fine.
I see Nigerians saying,
they can bring all their drippy kids to their friendlies while other teams are going to play the World Cup. That's great.
Bro, I'm seeing Nigerians saying, "Oh, goalkeeper had a good game." Every Ghanaian was cussing him after the game because he wasn't good. He made that one save that was lucky as well.
Nigeria are going to the World Cup. Ireland are going to the World Cup. Miami are going to the World Cup. It's peak out here for us. Who's us? It's peak out here for you. So, Prime, you can hold that too. You can hold that.
Hey, you can hold that, Prime. You want to go, and I'm leaving with something.
I said us. Wait, how you got three teams and none of them make it? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? How you got 3 teams and none of them make it?
Yo, Morocco and the US will be there. I'm eating.
Yeah, I'm eating. Morocco over there, I'm good. All the African nations there, I'm good.
Hey, Ziyech might be back.
Hey, but if Ziyech's not playing, you're retired. But if Morocco beat England, everybody run. I'll be Moroccan for the week. I don't care.
100%.
I'll be like from Top Boy.
What would it take for you to support England, Peter?
I'd never do that. I'd rather die.
He's American.
You got support your country?
Yeah.
I'd rather die.
He's American. Why would he support England? That makes no sense.
Fuck. I'll never support the English national team.
Nigeria. Go on, fam.
I will go to Wembley, right, for whatever next final you guys host, like whatever joint Euros bid in like 2030, whatever that's at Wembley. I will be there for the final, and when you guys lose in heartbreaking fashion because you hit both posts in the 90th minute and the ball squirms out and the final whistle blows, I'm gonna run on the pitch and I'm gonna laugh at a 32-year-old Bukayo Saka. I'm gonna point and laugh at him and say, "You let the country down again."
He's still no international. Still no trophy for the country level.
I'll sing it to the kids. I don't care.
Like I said, Saka. I said it at the time. Saka probably had a bigger chance winning a trophy with a country with Nigeria than with England.
Hey, see what happened to other Western African nations because yours is too shit to qualify.
God said Senegal. That's bad because you just hop into like Peter said it about. Why Spain? Where does the Spain come from? Why Spain? C1. Let me know. He's not Spanish.
He's a secret Marco Alonso fan.
She's some little Nigerian kid in East London. You have Spaniards over there?
Oh no!
Come on, man.
Okay, Peter.
I will never support England.
Okay, here's a question now.
I'll pick different sports.
Okay, like say if you were involved in a sweepstake and you drew England, and the prize was a big.
I'd root for failure. I'd root for failure. No prize could change my opinion that a World Cup is bad for your nation. I'd root for failure. If I had an English wife and her whole family was like as English to the core as could possibly be, like EDL, everything, right? And I was watching the World Cup final with them, and you were playing like France, and France scored a winner. Any black player scored a winner, and just the racial abuse started flying. I'd laugh at them. I'd point and laugh and say, "You fucking losers! You never win shit."
And C1, you should be a disgrace.
I don't like your attitude, Peter.
That's fine. You don't like
it. I'm a Peter.
You could dislike it. It's not changing.
Yeah. Like C1 is doing the hype nations as on FIFA.
Let me be clear.
Okay. I'll give you £1 million to support England.
Western European teams in general. Fuck them. All of them. But if I had to choose one out of the Western European nations, England's at the bottom. So like if it's England versus Italy, I know Italy's past with racism. I know the bigotry. I understand. I don't care.
Why rate England though?
Why? Because the English footballing culture in general, success, rewarding the stupid way they do things in terms of like tangible success would just be bad long term. It'd be bad.
I swear the United. I swear the
I
United trophy.
disagree with you.
Like,
It's fine. You can disagree. You can disagree. You were on the brink of your European Championship, and people were assaulting people. People were rushing into Wembley without tickets. People didn't know how to act. You didn't even win yet. People crammed in there. People fought people. People broke. All this stuff happened, and you lost.
Hey, Nippon, don't get
success.
It hurts me.
Hey, Nippon, one second.
I'm glad it hurts you. I'm glad it hurts you.
But I'm not.
Correct me, if I'm wrong.
I am
Correct me if
glad.
I'm wrong, yeah.
I'm glad that you got so emotionally invested in a bunch of fucking losers and they lost. I'm glad.
But I'm not. I'm not glad.
You don't have to be glad. You don't have to, our emotions don't have to agree here. Our emotions. I don't give a fuck. I'm glad you lost. I'm glad they lost. I'm glad Saka cried. I'm glad Sancho missed. I'm glad.
Yo, calm down, Nippon. Yo, Nippon, don't let Peter trigger you. Calm down, man. Don't let Peter trigger you. Calm down, man.
I'm
Just
so
calm down, bro. Calm down. Right, everybody take time out. Everybody take a time out. Everybody's time out. We go close out the show. Everybody's time out. Yo,
just do what we do.
time out.
Just say fuck you, Peter, and that you'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. You know what? Fuck you. You say
Come on.
You don't have to care. You don't have to care about my feelings, right? You don't have to care about my opinions. I clearly don't care that you're invested in your nation. I want their failure. I need that. Yeah, hold that, Timo. Hold that, by the way. Hold that.
Hold that, Timo. Hold that.
I don't even know what this is about.
I will never support England. I can't do it. I saw how the Mandem got treated. Saka chose that. He chose that. Hold that. Unfortunately, all the other kids growing up in English football, be very wary of the way that people were treated in the aftermath of that European Championship. Remember how that felt. Remember what that looked like. Mm-hmm. When you're choosing your nation, just remember that. If you side with them, I don't blame you. I'm not going to think less of you. But when the consequences come, don't cry. Don't expect them to love you like your homeland would love you. The love is conditional.
They will.
Question.
Let's go!
What did man say? What was that?
Nah, this question is great. I
thought he said something. No, question for Nippon. What went through your mind when Saka missed? Talk to us. That's from Lewis.
I was disappointed that he missed, and from that moment on, he became an Arsenal player again.
Exactly. That mentality that's why.
This issue in England.
You're only as loved as you are useful. Yeah. You're only as loved as you are useful in your immigrant country. That's
the arrogance.
That's the reality. Unfortunately, if you start being ignorant to that team, you're Nigerian. You're Ghanaian.
No, I said Arsenal player.
Wrong.
No, I'm saying I'm like the general. Everybody's English until some bad shit happens in the eyes of the country, right? And it's all.
You can't generalize.
He plays for this. He plays for that. He's not one of us. That's fine.
All right, let me ask you this then. Then why the foreign fans are not like English fans?
But who?
Why don't the foreign fans like English fans? Like which foreign fans?
Like everyone literally.
Because it's ignorance from your country.
That's because the arrogance of the England fans, isn't it?
Yes.
Think of it. Like, it's like England on the international stage is the equivalent of the Arsenal, I would say. Yeah.
No, actually, true.
No, they're Arsenal.
True.
We're just doing a grand and an even bigger scale.
Ghana and Nigeria, let alone have a bigger football heritage than England.
I mean, because England has the World Cup, it's hard to say. But in terms of like what they have won trophies and that, I mean, I think Ghana has won more trophies than, if I'm not wrong, in terms of like AFCON, because we have won 4 AFCONs, but it's not in the level to like a World Cup. Innit?
I'm fine giving nations that experience success regularly and can conduct themselves to a decent level success. Because I know wheels will keep spinning, right? Italy won. It was cool. It's cool. Everyone's over it, right? England got to a final, got to a semifinal. Now their own fans aren't even allowed to boo the players, right? Like, people don't know how to act with any sort of like progression, or just people don't know how to conduct themselves, man. Like Germany got to a semifinal in 2006, got to a final in Euro 2008, got to a semifinal in 2010, got to a semifinal in
Stereotyping.
One second.
and they won the World Cup in 2014, right?
Yeah.
Germany had 5 tournaments consecutively where they were in the last 4. England have not had a run of tournaments that successful in their country's history, right? Germany, you keep going. We're talking about the decline of the team. We're talking about, oh, X team is better than them. They're not that good. They're over, like all that stuff. Cool. I hear all that, right? But like certain like countries know how to, like the real elite countries in football know how to handle success, how to handle failure consistently. And so like for me, until this country like learns how to act like they've been there and expect to be there, until like we can't talk about how the Premier League is the best, all these other teams from all these other leagues are terrible, X team is shit from Y nation, Z team is shit from Q nation, all that stuff, right? We can't have all these discussions, try and prop up our teams. Then when it comes to the international stage, where in theory all these teams from other leagues compete in the form of the national team and have such an inferiority complex, that's got to either go away, or we need to have some sort of self-awareness at the intercontinental level in terms of club competition, right? Like that is my frustration with it. So until we learn a bit of humility on the club side as a collective and learn our actual place on the food chain, don't give them anything. Don't, because we already don't know how to act. We would just get worse.
Yeah. And to this, Bush says, bro, when that kid missed, I knew what was coming. I wasn't on socials them times anyway, but made sure to stay away from Twitter and those things. I was on the watch along. I believe it was me, Tox was on there, and it might have been someone else. As soon as Saka missed, we knew what was coming. We said it. And I felt for him, like I felt for him, not because I felt for England, but I felt for him from a professional standpoint in terms of football and being in that situation and missing a penalty in a Euros final. And then add on top of all that, we knew the racials was coming. And then add on top of that, all of the issues that was going to happen with fans. We knew fans was going to be there. I'm saying that. And if he was of a certain complexion, you could be in trouble. It was get home safe. That was my thoughts. I'm thinking in my head, all right, which one of my peoples is out? I hope they're all good. Do I need to message anyone to make sure they're cool? That's terrible. Man missed the penalty, and that's what I thought.
England are international Tottenham, though. They are.
They're like, see, like they're like
They are. They were dope.
They are the equivalent. They are the equivalent.
They're the international Tottenham. They were dope in the 60s.
Listen there.
Then black people started playing, and now they're not good anymore.
See, the thing, Peter.
Let's be
they're
real.
they're the international Tottenham, but with a fan
We
base
got
of
Sir
Arsenal.
James Green and
Yes.
Sir Bobby Moore and some random brothers playing, right? And then like football imperialism happened, and where are we? Like,
No,
let's be
but
real.
Peter, this is what I mean. Like England is like international Tottenham with a fan base of Arsenal.
Yes.
Yes, that's my
Yes.
problem. Like that is my issue. If everyone kind of just knew how to act and didn't have problems with every other nation whenever they played at any tournament, right? Because let's be honest, we all know the reputation that England fans take with them wherever they go, by and large, right? Then you get to just the entitlement and just the resentment that other nations. It's not there for no reason. Spanish and Italian.
I still think we shouldn't be hated.
And that's the thing. That like not understanding why they are and where that comes from, until we can cure that in people, don't give them anything. Don't give them anything. Eventually, the penny's gonna drop. That moment of self-realization and reflection is gonna have to happen. People are gonna have to think, hey, why do people feel this way about our football fans and our football team? Why do people from across the globe feel this way? Because Spanish and Italian fans don't beef like this. Spanish and French fans don't beef like this. French and Italian fans don't beef like this.
Yes,
And
they
all
do.
of those combinations of nations I've listed have competed in major semifinals or major finals. Right? Why does
Yeah.
England wear that? Why does England wear those stereotypes of them wherever they go and with whomever they play? It's a them
Yeah.
issue, man.
But
And
what
you're
you
not
gonna-
going to have 20 crazy friends. You're the crazy friend. 20 people aren't crazy. You're crazy.
And the
Why?
thing is, Nippon, the thing is as well on top of that, Nippon, it's not, we all know it's not all England fans, because we all know saying normal England fans. It's just too many. That's the problem. It's not all England fans. So we're not talking about you. I know many England fans. I'm not talking about the England fans I know. You know exactly who we're talking about. Them same England fans that was dropping monkey emojis in Saka's Instagrams.
You know,
That's what we're talking about.
On that, and 60 to 75% of them weren't even English.
Okay, so all right. So off that math, then at least 25% were England. That's still too many. That's still 25% too many. That doesn't make. That's it. That doesn't. Yeah, go on.
It's not every fan you walk past the street. Like every fan necessarily is as bigoted or as ignorant, right, to like their place on the food chain in world football. I talk about this all the time at club level. It exists internationally as well. Most England fans are probably decent people. Most football fans are decent people. But there is an extreme. Some fan bases, sections extreme, are larger in numbers and louder in terms of vocality than others, right? Seems to me, from an outside perspective, the English minority that's just so insufferable makes it so extreme and so tribal and almost like kind of takes the joy out of it. So like other nations revel in beating England because it's like beating England fans. It's like nothing really against the team. The players are cool. They're cool guys individually. I hope for success. But when they put on the Three Lions kit, I want nothing but suffering. They need that. Even my own players who play for Chelsea, I don't want Reece James to win anything.
I literally said it earlier, Peter.
I don't want Reece James and Chilwell to win shit for England. Fuck no. I'm so glad Reece James sat there and watched Jorginho win. You have no idea how happy that makes me.
I know how, but do you know the pain I personally went through?
That's fine.
Yeah, that's
fine. But
a few must suffer for the greater good, brother. A few have to suffer.
That's nipping. Yeah, relax. But the thing is, that's all football fans at club and international level. We've all suffered. All of us here, all 6 of us individuals have suffered either club, international, or both. That's part and parcel of football. I've suffered. Many people have watched me suffer. My suffering is documented. It's live streamed.
I don't enjoy your suffering.
You don't, but others do.
I do,
isn't it?
Well, others enjoys mine. I enjoy his.
Yeah, that's what it is. That don't make us a bad person. It just makes it just funny.
Doing business.
Yeah, man. Like if you put yourself out there, this is what happens. I love the fact that Timo suffered the entire season with the Lakers. It's great.
This is why our nation will never learn, because the culture will always be the same every year.
I think somewhere in my deluded brain, I feel one day the culture will change.
No, you can't change the culture.
And a lot of the sentiment I have towards English fans, I feel the way about my own country's fans in terms of international tournaments. We don't prioritize the game to a certain level. We are not humble enough to realize we have not built any sort of reputation globally, and we might as well learn from the people doing it better than us. America has this fascination with being American and doing things in a distinctly American way. Global football doesn't work like that. We can't just Americanize our way to major success. It will never happen. So when the time comes and we play Argentina in the Copa America semifinal in 2016, we got to take a 4-0. It is what it is. You guys, if you don't hear, you must feel. Right? When the time comes in 2026 and we're playing in front of 80,000 people in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles and we're playing fucking Cameroon and they beat us 2-0, that's fine. We need that. We need that in the round of 32. We need that. That's okay. That's okay because we need to learn. People need to eventually people are going to have to learn the lesson. Enough failure will happen, but wait. Maybe the way we go about things, maybe the way we approach stuff, maybe our paradigm needs to shift eventually. Because we all want success for things we're invested in, right? We all want that. That's fine. You can want your team to win, but it's just the way England, the way the US, the way certain countries go about things, I don't deserve success, man. No.
You're saying your own country doesn't deserve success.
Oh, no way. In world football,
you can say that about your own. Fine, you can say that about England, but you can't be saying that about your own country.
Oh my God!
Yes, I can. The real football invested people in the U.S., like people who truly want the best for our nation long term, feel the same way I do.
Because you're saying they need to change their ways if they want to. Is that what you're saying?
We don't deserve a change. We don't deserve it chasing it like this. There needs to be a reformation. There needs to be a tearing down and rebuilding before we try and get anywhere. I'm not gonna win.
Are you saying? So you're saying the approach, the way the Americans approach football is the biggest issue you have
Oh,
with it, and that's why it
100%.
isn't okay.
It's just like
So
a
they could do
hobby.
more.
It doesn't mean
Ah.
enough to people here.
It's not-
the
it's
whole
not treated
system is
seriously.
backwards. People have to pay to try and play in hopes of getting scouted for major teams. It's all about who you know instead of what you know.
That's fucking
Like that
yeah.
kind of. It's all backwards. I can't reward that system that just preys on taking people's monies from rich backgrounds and shoving these random rich kids into the national team when all sorts of talent slips through the cracks. I can't reward that with any sort of success. No. We need humiliating defeats at every opportunity. Like, part of me wants us to lose 6-0 today and lose in the intercontinental playoff to like Australia or some shit.
Jesus Christ, what sort of American fan are you?
Part of me,
Okay.
we need that. We didn't learn from 2018. We didn't learn shit. We
You're
just
saying we
tried
need
the
to
same
learn.
shit and it worked a little bit better because we have a little bit better players.
Listen to what he's saying, Nippin, and he's saying they need to, because they're not approaching it correctly, is as to why he wants them to
approach is
lose. Because
wrong.
we need to
You
approach it better to be
You can't
successful.
take shortcuts. You can't take shortcuts in global football. You cannot. There is a reason those 8 countries are those 8 countries. There is a reason they're on that winners list. The next team into that elite class is the Netherlands. If I'm a Dutch fan, I hope they win. They deserve it.
And, you know what
Not
it is?
like their
I hear
history
you,
of
Chloe.
football, they deserve it. All these
And
other
I
teams,
hear you.
nah. No.
Because I hear you.
Go on,
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with African countries. Because after the AFCON, the way Ghana was performing, a lot of people were angry at not at the team especially, but more at the GFA, which is the FA of Ghana, and they were angry about the team because of the way we have been,
Luis
the way we have been declining. Shouldn't have been the way, because there were other players that probably would have been ready to play. We have Salisu, for example, at Southampton, he wants to play for Ghana, but because the FA started some issues with him and his family, now he doesn't want to accept the call-ups anymore. And it's just little things like that, the way they're trying to promote the football in Ghana, how they want to improve that. This is also very rubbish in that. The way they're trying to give coaches chances, the way we brought the 2010 World Cup manager back for AFCON, when everybody knew he's washed, bring them back and let us embarrass just to get Otto Adu, who was a youth coach trainer at Dortmund, to come in and beat Nigeria. Like, just little things like that where we want improvement. And I was like, if you don't want to change your ways, I want Ghana to get embarrassed by Nigeria so they learn from their mistakes of what they've been doing leading up to that point. Luckily, we kind of rectified it by beating them, and kind of it's opened up, like Cullum is allowed now to play for Ghana at the World Cup, because there was a rule where he couldn't be playing until November because of the new UEFA rules and that. And it opened up so many opportunities now, but it comes down to the GFA now to kind of get it right with the players like Lamptey, like get it right with Salisu again, to get it right so you can look at the future. Like, there's a team that can be built, but it's up to the FA now to kind of build. But if they don't want to learn, then Ghana will just keep embarrassing themselves in Africa and in European and in international tournaments.
No, fair enough, yeah. Fair enough. Now I hear what Peter's saying, and I hear exactly what Jez is saying as well. Like, you want your country to approach it correctly, and I understand people's. It's not all England fans. Yeah, go on.
Like, what was my reaction when Saka missed the penalty? I said I was disappointed.
Yeah, of course you're disappointed because you're an England fan, and there's nothing wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with you being an England fan. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
I don't judge.
I'd be disappointed if
Yeah, of
we
course.
lost not we, because I'm not German. But
Yeah, but if a German fan was, I understand that. I get that. Yeah, go on, Peter. I'll let you answer this before we close out.
I do rate McKennie. It's no coincidence. Every single actual baller in our team left the U.S. in their teenage years and went to play in Europe and got a large portion of their footballing education overseas, away from our system, right? All of our MLS-based players, our best MLS-based player is the fucking goalkeeper. Let's be real. You can grow goalkeepers wherever, right? All these other MLS-based players, fucking garbage. Let's be serious. They're fucking garbage.
No.
You know, like,
I'm happy that Ricardo Petty, Petty went to.
we're doing the thing. I want us to do what Croatia do, or what an Uruguay do. Get your best talents out somewhere in Europe, right? Get them educated, have them receive their coaching and their teaching there, and then get them to such a high level individually, you can pull a team together 3 times a year and you can get good results. Because the way our system is built, winning is not the priority. It's making money, it's getting people involved. It's just like a social game. It's lining people's pockets.
Basically vibes.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is. That's what it is.
But Peter, isn't Klinsmann involved with the USA team right now? Or
Not
is he
anymore. Not anymore.
Oh,
He was. He got
okay.
fired during the last qualifying cycle, and we missed the World Cup after we fired him. So I'm glad we missed the World Cup.
Oh.
I'm glad we went to an already eliminated Trinidad. Shout out to the homeland, and they knocked them out. I'm glad.
Why are you hating on your? Okay, I get England because we
You're not
colonized.
listening to what I'm saying, brother.
Yeah.
You're not listening. You're not getting past the. You think because you want your country to win at all times, right? You get that. I don't think that way for the U.S. One, because I don't identify with them. I don't identify with the way they teach and grow the game currently. I don't identify with what the team represents, right? Mainly. So I feel a disconnect there. So when they lose, that doesn't represent me. I don't have to care about it, right? But I'm telling you, we should be looking at countries like Uruguay, countries like Croatia. They have individual talent. Get it away from your system because you either lack the direction, lack the resources, and lack the capability to cultivate this talent collectively, right? Like in England does with their league, or Germany does with Bundesliga, or France does with Ligue 1, or Portugal does with their league, right? You can keep the young players there that can learn under Portuguese coaches, French coaches, whatever, and they can develop. And then you can put together a coherent national team. That's great. We don't have that ability because our league is not at that level. A lot of it's for reasons we can't control. We just choose not to. So that's where my frustration comes from. But get these people far away. Pulisic, go to Europe, 16, right? McKennie, go to Juve, go to Schalke from young, right? Ricardo Pepi, go to some random team in Bundesliga. That's great. I like that. Gio Reyna, you're at Dortmund as a teenager.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Dest, you're in Holland at 17. That's good. I like that. I need more of that, right? We need more of that as a nation. Get away from here. Get away from the system that doesn't care about maximizing our success as a collective. Get away from these people who only care about lining their pockets. Go to people that want to remain hyper-competitive in the ecosystem of football. Go to those people. Learn there. Exist there.
To be fair, we've started doing that as well with our young talents. For example,
I'm saying for us, we are not a heritage nation in the game. We are the equivalent. We are new money to the old money. We are new money as a nation. We are new on the block. We are the new kids, right? We need to find a way to close the gap. To me, the way to close the gap is the way that Uruguay will send a Fede Valverde, a Darwin Núñez. They'll send a fucking Lucas Torreira. They'll send all these players abroad as quickly as they can, right? A Croatia will send a Kovacic to Inter. They'll send a Modric from Zagreb to England at 20 years old. They'll send a Perisic to fucking Bundesliga at like 20-odd years old, right? They will farm out their talents ASAP because the domestic system does not exist for them to cultivate their talent. They know the only way for these people to properly reach levels is to outsource the coaching and education part. Then when they are so supremely talented, you can blend that talent together, right? There's a reason the Croatian coach at the last World Cup, I don't think he was Croatian.
He was.
Right? Was he? What's his name?
Yeah. Niko Dalic.
Okay, fair enough.
He used to play for them as well. He's a former Croatian international.
Fair enough. Anyways, there's a reason, right? Like a Chile with an Alexis Sanchez, a Vidal, a Maurizio Isla at Juve, right? Like they're a Gary Medel. Okay, cool. Gary Medel grew up in Serie A. Like all these nations who you would consider secondary or tertiary nations in like the ecosystem of football in terms of the food chain, they farm out their talent. They get to such a high level, they can come back and you can make a competitive team from that. Fuck all this growing your league unless you're growing your league to be hyper competitive and maximizing the resources.
Peter, check the private chat.
All right, cool. We'll get to all of that. Anyway, we are going to close out the show, people. We're going to close out the Q&A. We're back today. What we back with? Mandem United, people. So Mandem United, obviously, 5 p.m.
I'll be there.
Talking all things Manchester United. Peter won't be there. So, yeah, Mandem United, 5 p.m.
I'll be there as well.
Yeah, great, hilarious, Bob.
Moral
And then
support.
and we're back on we're back tomorrow with the Twitch people. So from tomorrow, we're back on the Twitch with the NBA watching on. Obviously,
You hear GTA in the background because Surfer's playing GTA, but
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I'm
we're
not
about
like,
to jump on that.
I'm not like John Barnes. No. No.
But yeah, people. So yeah,
Rather
NBA
die.
streams, Nets Bucks and Lakers Jazz. They are the 2 games we will be
No,
doing.
we're not doing Lakers Jazz. No, AD, no LeBron. No, we're not doing that.
All right, okay then. I'll say it. I'm doing Lakers Jazz, and if I'm by myself, I'll be by myself. But I'm doing Lakers Jazz.
Just kidding, just kidding.
So I'll be there with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing Lakers to make sure they lose.
Oh, of course I'm gonna be there. I'll be there.
Sure. I don't know. You've been bailing recently, and that you ain't been last in the whole games, fam. You be bailing.
Yeah,
you
won
What are you on about?
I'm just saying. Nah. Forget yesterday. I'm talking about other days. I'm saying you've left other streams. Yeah, like other times, like pause. But yeah, last other times, like you have what's it? But yeah, the times you ain't out here all the way to the end now. You're making it to halftime, halfway through the second quarter.
That kills you, innit? It's the hope that kills you.
We keep telling you this, but you don't want to listen.
Have hope?
We keep telling you this, but yes, check out the upcoming live stream schedule.
You're a zombie, bro. That's what you are.
Facts. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule on the YouTube. Make sure you check it out on the Twitch, both Sarcasm City TV. Like the video, subscribe here, and go follow the Twitch as well. Because like I said, the NBA watch-alongs, all the non-Manchester United Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League, FA Cup watch-alongs will all be on the Twitch as of tomorrow, people. So when Premier League comes back, the only watch-alongs you'll get here is Manchester United in the Premier League. Everything else will be over on the Twitch. You'll still get the Mandem Uniteds. You still get the Q&As here Wednesdays and Sundays. What else you still get Ballers at the Bridge, all those type of shows. But then everything else will be over on the Twitch for the foreseeable, at least the next 3 months anyway, people. Oh yeah, we're gonna do all the NBA play-ins and playoffs over there as well, which I'm really looking forward to. Really looking forward to the play. When does the playoff start? What's the actual start date?
April 12th will be the play-in day.
April 12th.
Actually, playoffs start the 16th.
16th. So
12th through the 15th.
Ooh, I like that. 100%. And I'll also be joining GTA. I'll be on GTA in about 20 minutes or so, people. So check that out. That's on the Twitch. Lewis talking about being the champions or somewhere, but we move. But yeah, man, love to everyone that's locked in. If you want to join the membership, the reason why Nippin is there is because he is a member of the channel. The link is underneath in the description for the membership, people. But this has been the Sarcasm City Spot, and Eddie put hashtag no Lakers in the play. Nah, man, Laker Nation out here. You ain't a true Laker, Eddie. You know what I'm saying? Where's the yellow and purple hype, man? Gold and purple. What's going on, man? Huh?
Does basketball have an international section? You know, like
it has an all-star break, which is like the international break. But yeah,
like, do they have national basketball teams?
Oh,
like
yeah. Olympics, football? Yeah. At the Olympics. Yeah, Olympics.
And they don't have their own tournament?
Nah. They just do the NBA.
There's a FIBA basketball World Cup, but like the US wins it all the time. So like,
is there a female basketball World Cup?
There's a basketball World Cup, yeah. Kevin Durant's like won a few. LeBron's
no Lakers in the plane. Yes, I'm with you, Eddie. I'm with you.
Wait, what? Yes. Wait, I thought you said female. Did you not just say female basketball World Cup or regular
FIBA.
basketball?
FIBA.
Oh, I thought you said female.
International Basketball Association.
When is that? How long?
I don't even fucking know. I don't watch that shit, man. I don't watch that shit. I didn't even watch the Olympics. I don't care, man.
I'm gonna have to watch that shit still.
I just don't care. We're the best. Like, it's fine. I know we're the best.
He said, "Oh yeah, with FIBA, Spain won the World Cup last go around. Spain won the last one. So you want to be over the moon and that? You know what I'm saying? Because he's part Spanish. We move.
Yeah, that's fine. Good for them.
Oh, yo, love to everyone that's locked in, and this has been the Sarcasm City Sports Q&A on the Sarcasm TV YouTube.